Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Nunya here. Waiting for a great day today. And I can't wait for it. We're going to meditate. I'll give it time for people to come in and show up because I know that Mother Nature is doing her thing and gotta love you. I'm sorry to step on your time, but meditation is meditation. And I need to start getting things done earlier, a little bit earlier. I have to change my schedule a little, so I apologize, but it's not going the way I want it. So here we are, raw, and yeah, and we're going to be stepping into the Just Sit book. But I think I'm going to take it a different way. I have an idea, but I need to talk to someone first about it. Because remember how I was saying I didn't know where to go after this book, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of in a hurry. I don't have time to do 3 minutes and build myself up to 20 minutes. I need to just go for the 20 minutes because there's no time for me to play around with this stuff. I got to get it done. And so I'm going to start doing the full 20 minutes, I think. But I'm going to talk to somebody first because I'm going to plan this out because I'm not sure where I'm going to go with it. I don't know if I'm going to do it or if I'm going to have you guys go to somebody else who's more apt at doing it. But yeah, I'm going to talk to this person, see what they think. Because I know that you guys like me and you like my voice and, that you just, like coming, and supporting me. But, if somebody else knows something better than I do, then I would suggest that you go to them. And that's what I think I'm going to do. You're more than welcome to come with me and join me in the chat room there. But yeah, I think I'm going to be going to chill with Flynn from this point forward. Hey, whoever's here, Nunya here. And I was just talking about the meditation and where it's going and what I'm thinking and what I think I need to do at this point. Because everything in my life has flipped and mirrored. And this 3 minutes isn't cutting it for me. I don't know about you, but I'm running out of time. And I need to get down to my meditation. That's key to me. I believe that's going to make me flip to that transcending level. So I'm going to change things up on this channel a little bit as far as the meditation goes. I think I'm going to hand it over to somebody else who's more professional about it as well. And I know that you like me, so please feel free to give me your opinion. Prospirin, hey, you're new. I think I've seen you once before, but I don't know if it was here or if it was out there in the Unity. I apologize, but good morning to you. We're going off the Just Sit book right at the moment, but it's only allowing me for 3 minutes of meditation at this point, and it's just not enough for me, especially with the things I'm going through. And I need the channel to reflect what I'm doing, not what needs to be done. It needs to go by me because not my channel, but the show here that I'm doing, my life, and the transcending to it, and starting from the beginning. Because the reason of why is because I'm taking you for a ride with me, and my no is telling me that I need to get down to business and to get down to 20 hour even of meditation. Whatever I feel for that day and whatever you feel for that day, and I need to get down to business, and get as much meditation in as I can, especially with what's going on in my life. So I got to change things up, and I don't know much about meditation. I've been following Sandra D, and I'm not sure of what she was going to do. I don't know if she posted a video or not. I haven't been able to really do much in the past 24 hours, like looking around. I did a little bit whenever I was tired at the end of the night, and I did everything I could do. But yeah, I ran out of steam. Anyway, I ran out of thought too just now. It all just popped out. So we're still going to do meditation today, but I think I'm going to amp it up because I need more, unless you disagree with that. So you let me know what you want, and I'll do whatever you want, and I can do off to the side. But I just kind of wanted the channel to reflect at least a little part of what I'm going through, because it's all about what I'm going through, not the channel, but the show. I keep saying that, and it's morning, and you got to excuse me, no cup of coffee. I just kind of like flew. I had to get the kids and, you know, all that, and I just flew right here and sat. So I'm here, and that's commitment. Got to make a commitment. So we're going to, I'm just going to do it till I feel, and I want you to do the same, and I'll just sit here quiet until you respond on chat, and let it be, and just do as much as I need. Because I want to get there. I need to see the light. I'm jonesing really bad. Um, I'm a junkie on it. I think I'm addicted. So yeah, and if I'm going to quit smoking, because I noticed that my smoking amped up too, along with this whole process of dropping down the time. Because now I'm following this program that's supposed to teach you how to get commitment, but I'm screaming that I need it. I need more, and I'm screaming that I want the euphoria of the lights that you're seeing as you're meditating and all that. And that's what I want. I want to, you know, I need to substitute the cigarettes with that good feeling in order to quit. So I need to do what I need to do on that end. Plus, I'm going through a lot of stress, and it's just the way it is. So you can follow me on my adventure, do with what you will, and I'm just going to sit quiet, you know, after I get done, and we'll see where it goes. And you just respond to me whenever you're ready for me to talk afterwards. And I think I'll start here in about a minute, actually 45 seconds. I think that's enough time for people to come in. They're probably all over at Mother Nature anyway. She's partying it up over there, insomniacs. I feel them though. I'm insomniac too. I get like 2-3 hours sleep every night though, at least. But you know, Jeff says that's normal, and that you shouldn't have more than that anyway, in spurts. You know, you should sleep more, but just in spurts. But I just don't want to sleep more. I'm stubborn. Okay. 8 seconds. Good for you. And we're going to go. Bring it back to the breath whenever your thoughts leave you, and relax. Back straight. Oh, I forgot to turn up the damn sound. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Sorry. We'll start over, I swear. Oh my God. I am so sorry. I forgot again. I rushed. I've been rushing to do everything I'm doing, and it's all so bitter. And I'm trying to keep from being bitter, and it's so hard to keep from being bitter. All right, sound off. Start again now. Okay, wakey and bakey. Oh, the videos are going too long. Prospero. I thought maybe you were having an out of body experience. No, that felt good. That felt real good. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. But I didn't know for sure if you heard what I said about, hitting the chat. And I didn't know if you were like watching and just, trying to keep quiet. And I was trying to keep quiet and take advantage of the silence, of course. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do this again. I think I'm gonna put on some frequencies and do it. Yeah, and maybe even do some Tai Chi and do all that, because that felt good. I touched the ground at a certain point throughout it, and I got a surge of energy from the earth. Not real good because I'm on concrete, not like it would be out there in the grass, but it's coming through the concrete, and I can feel it. It feels good. So yeah, I did that a little. That's why I was breathing so heavy, because kind of takes your breath away to feel it. Gives you that. Kind of like if you hug a tree right on you. We're at my tree hugging hypocrites. So good morning. I hope your day is going good anyway. I'm hoping my day is going to go good today. And that it goes nice and smooth. I'll go ahead and talk to you about it. I've been trying to get the channel together and trying to get it some pieces to look a little bit more professional, like the subscriber of the day. Because it's all so raw, and because I am raw. I don't have anything. I'm broke and poor. I can't afford nothing. All I got is my phone. So I'm using what I got. Yeah, it was a perfect beginning. Oh, and I just wanted to say out loud, and I just wanted to make sure that it was okay that I told everyone what you said about smoking. Well, yeah, you agree with honesty, so I'm gonna go ahead. I quit smoking more than 10 years ago, but once your body beats the nicotine addiction, it is beaten. It is tough, but so worth it. Yeah, I want that euphoria more. I want that high more than the euphoria. I'm like MJ. I'm gonna make it MJ energy. I don't know if you keep up with him, but God, he is so cool. He's so full of energy, and he's gonna be a master like really soon. He is whew, off with it, man. He is so off with it. I tell you what, he inspires me. He made me with his. He posted something about what it takes to make it, and yeah, it got to me. His words got to me, so it got me to thinking that I've been smoking a little bit too much, much more than what I should. Because I told myself I would taper off, and take it slow, because give myself a break, right? It's addictive product, and my body is only reacting to the addiction of the chemicals inside of there. So I think that you might want to taper off. Well, that turned into like cheating fully. And yeah, so I need to start over. Thanks, MJ Energy, for that. I appreciate you waking me up and whipping my butt into shape. If you're watching, which I know you will at some point. And Prosperity, he says, "Oh, I know." Sure. Sorry, Prosper. I have a problem, especially in the morning, with getting my thoughts together and to remember to read the chats here and all that good stuff. I'm new at chatting, and I had to ask somebody what TY meant the other day. I know what BRB means. I've seen what that means, and I know what God, what is it? TLC is, because that's old school. That's old school memo, or that's old school abbreviation for our little texting whenever we were writing our little notes and airplanes and flying them across the class to our little boyfriends. TLC. For forever. Remember those days? With the infinity? There are more than just there is more than just nicotine in those. I used nicotine and it was still tough. Oh, I know. Dad, you got that right. Dad, I tried those uh you know, vaps. Hello, folks. The vaps. Yeah, it wasn't the same, and I didn't like it at all. It was just another habit to me. Just quit. Just quit. I can probably do with the nicotine gum. That would probably be all right, I think. But just do away with the habit. Because gum you're going to chew no matter what. It's something that you're going to chew. Plus, two, it gives you muscles in your jaw. So, yeah. But what does the vape do? It just pulls you outside in the heat, during work, and you may as well stay in the cool and just eat your gum. Oh man, I crack myself up sometimes because I have this picture in my head. I'm picturing me doing all this stuff. Me and my goofy self. Let's go outside and do our bill. Let's sit inside and chew our gum and play with our phone. Watch Wayne. And then everybody walking by me is going, "What the hell is that girl watching?" Because I lost my headphones. So I just turn up the volume. Hell with everybody else. Wayne's that important, darn it. And so is Jeff, and so are you guys. If I see one of you guys up live at work, I'm going to be going up. Yeah, I'm coming in. Coming in for my break. Come in. You guys be talking all kinds of nonsense, talking about, well, my spirit is trying to get to my soul, or my body's trying to get to my soul, and my soul is just running off. And I'm trailing behind it, trying to catch up until I get like this. Can you imagine somebody watching me? I mean, think about it. I mean, somebody, quote, normal. Did you see Derek's video? Oh my God. That was so eye-opening. I'm going to send that to everyone I know on Facebook. I'm going to create me a Facebook account just so I can send that. I'm serious, man. It was that powerful. They showed them talking about poisoning us believers, the spiritual, the fanatics. Yeah, poisoning us with that fucking chemtrail shit. Derek Rose has a video of it, them talking about it. and discussing it, and how they want us to be normal and get rid of our spirit, our essence inside our brain. They figured out how to get rid of it. Time has come, my friends. Get ready. Get ready. I'm going to have to buy me a mask. I think it's probably already happened. Whatever happened, happened. I don't know. If not, they've seen Derek's video and they're ramping it up now. One of the two. You're a doll! Wow! Prosper says, thank you. You know, this is just me. This is me for real. This is a real me. That's why I'm bringing it along. I'm sorry I had to turn back on my stuff here. I didn't really turn that on, though. All I turned on was the media. I didn't turn on the notices. Let me see about that. Hang on one second. I'm sorry. Because I did. I just turned on the media. And that's all I turned on. Sun went funky. That, you know, that's been happening to me a lot. These technology. I mean, I have it on video too. On the other night's video, whenever I was meditating, afterwards we had a really long powwow, and then I went off, and then I came back on again, and I mean, it went crazy. It went nuts. I'm serious. It went nuts. There was something in here with me, and it showed in the chat. My mom said that she was on the other line in the chat room, and she said the top chats slammed down to the bottom, and then all of a sudden they all mixed up, and then I couldn't see them. I couldn't see any of the chats. It wasn't coming up, and stuff was happening like a cricket bit me, like I was trying to get a cricket to go away from me, and it just kept coming up to me. And then so I was going like this, trying to scare it, you know, get it away from me, because I ain't gonna kill it, you know, it's a little creature. And I thought maybe there was a reason why he kept coming up, because he just kept coming back. So I put my finger down for him to climb on it, and well, he bit it hard, and it pinched really hard. I mean, it didn't really hurt that bad, but it hurt at the moment. And I pulled up, and he went bing, you know, and did like a little flip thing, because, you know, I didn't mean to flip up, you know, but it happens whenever somebody pinches your ding finger real hard. And then after that, like about 30 seconds after that, some animal was outside on the roof. It sounded like it was in here. I thought it was going to come after me and bite me or something. But it was screaming. Whatever it was screaming. It sounded like maybe a bird or a possum or something. And then after that, then a moth came into play and started attacking me. It was going like this. And then everything just like that bad, you know, just fell up in the room, and I just stopped, and I just kind of like looked around and kind of felt out who it was, and yeah, I knew who it was, and kind of yelled at him, and he wasn't allowed here, you know, it's in my space, and you know, I have my energy spot, and he's not allowed in it, you know, he can't come in here. You know, I banished him. You know, I banish anyone from coming in my energy while I'm in my garage talking to my people, and I have my people behind me, and they're all working on it right now. You know, I bet, because they're probably seeing every bit of it. But yeah, I get that all the time. You know, now, like really bad now, especially with technology. I'll try to do something, and it wants to aggravate me. It wants me to go, dang it, come on, you know, and I find myself doing that, and every time I catch myself, I stop, just put it away. Nope, don't have nothing to do with it. So just a technique for you guys to chew on whenever it does happen to you, because it will happen to you. The dark does want to put out the light. People who are speaking out like me, it happens to them, you know. Even you know, like if you're at home, you know, even if you're not in public doing this stuff, if you're at home and if you're trying to help someone, yeah, it's gonna come into play, you know, and try to mess it up for you and make you start thinking, you know, those negative thoughts, and instead of handling it the way you should have, those negative thoughts are going to be bouncing back and forth in your little circle, and whatever you're doing good is being, you know, equalized by the negative. So kind of want to watch what you're doing, constantly on it, And whenever I say constantly, I mean every breath. Because even every breath, you want to smoke that cigarette. You want that damn cigarette, You're stressed. It helps with stress. You don't need that cigarette. Think about that euphoria. And I know that you guys experienced it. If you're here, then whenever you went like this, you experienced it and you felt it. That's why you were dizzy, and you came down from it and you jonesed it. I know you did. You can't tell me you didn't, because I did. And I want it real bad. So if I want it real bad, and if I can do it, and my life is crap, and if I can do it, you can do it. I went through all my life eating powdered milk, not all the time, but we had times, we live from paycheck to paycheck, and whenever you live paycheck to paycheck, if something happens and that ripple is, disrupted, and that negative comes into play, and you didn't prepare for what you needed to prepare for, you're screwed. You need powdered milk and that government cheese. So yeah, that's where I'm from, and so if I can do it, you can do it. Anybody can. Just takes guts. So grab your balls and follow me, okay? And we'll make it through it together. If you fuck up, oh, sorry, but it called for it. Oh well, let it go. Start over. Give yourself a break. Pat yourself on the back because you did try and you did make it so long. And just start over. Don't beat yourself up over it, because that just brings negative. Just get over it. Oh well. Did you type something out? No, that's just that. All right. Well, thank you for letting me rant. But those were the thoughts that I was having a little bit, that I was trying to push away in my meditation. And I guess I'll figure out the rest as the day goes by, and I'll pop on every now and again and say hello today, because I can't do nothing with the computer. Yeah, I can't even do the subscribers of the day right now. I might have to figure out something else. Apologize, but yeah. Light puts out good, right? Or negative puts out light, right? Hey, no problem, Prospero. And who else is in here? Is this somebody that I'm familiar with? If not, my name is Nanya, and we just got done doing meditation. I can do another meditation if you like. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. If you want to do a meditation, and I don't really believe in thumbs up or subscribers. The only reason why I have subscribers in mine is so I can build up a little community for you guys. But if you don't want to talk, just hit the thumbs up there, and I'll see the thumbs go up, and that'll let me know to go ahead and do it. Give it a couple of seconds here. See if you respond with the thumbs up. Oh, hey, Mama. Mama. Did you want to meditate? Hello, just got a minute to check in. Have a great day. I'll be in for a while. I will be in for a while. Okay. Well, if you gotta go, then go. I understand. But if you want to meditate, just let me know. I'll do a quick meditate. But I'm amping up meditation now. Everything's changing. I need to make step on it. Not much time now. Not much time at all. Just to give you a heads up. Watch, I'm gonna send you something of Global Witnesses, and you need to watch it. Like, find some time today to watch it. It's important. Oh, cool. Cool, cool. Right on. Yeah, well, I'll stay in chat. Prospero, if you want to stay in chat too, that's cool. And my mama here, she's from back in the 70s, the John Carney days, and she was studying all this while I was little, while she was pregnant with me and all that. So she kind of gave me the DNA to the know. And June, this is Prospero. He's kind of new. I don't know if I think I am subscribed to him because he does look familiar. He or she does look familiar. I'm gonna have to go into a video and watch. I've been watching videos. There's a lot of people, the newcomers that I just brought in. So it's kind of Dale Carnegie. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I got the book too, Mom. I found the book. It's right inside. I had it all along. And I pulled it out, and I forgot to tell you that I had it in my library. Yeah, I had it. So all these books that I need, I have. Isn't that weird, Prospero? That's exciting, because I have the Tao Te Ching, and I wanted to read it on the channel, but unfortunately I looked at copyright stuff, and yeah, I can't. I don't want to get copyrighted for anything, so I'm not, forget it. You guys can read it. We can do a book club kind of thing, though, where we read on our own time. I think I want to do something like that. I don't know if I can read it or not. Maybe I can and just read it, without showing the book. Maybe I can do it that way. Good, it's very knowledgeable. Yeah, I'm going to read it. But first I want to read the Tao Te Ching. I think that ought to be my first book, is to get familiar with that one, because that's where it's going to end up. So I want to find out where I end up, study that, or read it fluently. But I don't have much time, so now I need to amp that up and get it in there. But whenever I say I don't have much time, look at Derek's video, because I think it ties into that, what I'm getting whenever I say I don't have much time. It sang with me, in other words. It made sense. It's in my watch list too, if you have trouble finding it. I just watched it last night, and I cried, because I couldn't believe what they were doing, and it was bold. It disgusted me how they talked about us. Disgusting. I mean, total disgustment. Yeah, I know. Am I coming in, am I buffering okay for you guys? Do I need to go out and come back in? And because I don't know, I set it down before to 420. I don't know if I have to set it every time that I go and do a video. So is it buffering? It should be down to 420. And I should be okay. It should be like really grainy though. But it should be coming in okay. But it seems kind of like your responses are running kind of slow, so I'm kind of curious. Okay, well that seemed to come in fast, so I think we're good. All right. So that answered my question. I don't need to, set it every time. Hello, third wheel. It's a third wheel. The Joe Info is the third wheel. That's who the third wheel is. Hey, we just got done meditating about 20 minutes ago. But, we can do it again, Joe, if you like, or, I can just continue to keep talking away, do what I do. Yeah, it's been a full day since I talked to you guys. I've been on chat with another chat rooms on my breaks from doing things, because I had a lot to do with the computer that I can't use. I don't know, guys. I'm done. I'm gonna have to stop, figure everything else out. This is what I'm doing, okay? Anything on this phone is what I'm doing. Anything on the computer I'm not doing right now. Let's put it that way. Too many technical difficulties, and it's aggravating the pissy out of me, and I'm not having a good time over here with it. So I'm just gonna give up on it and do what I'm due and just keep doing stuff that I do. I think I'm just gonna holler out at people, you know, watch their videos and give them a good holler out while I'm talking, you know, like I'm doing with Wayne right now, or Derek right now. If I think something is important, I'm gonna shout it out, and I think that's what I'm gonna do from this point forward with subscribers of the day, and just make it easier on myself. And hey, if I can get to a computer and if I can do it, then I'll do it. You know, what can I say? But for a little while yesterday, I was on there 8 hours, I think, 8 hours, and the phone is the same way. You know, I'm trying to chat with people. I can't even chat. I can't even chat, man. I'm like pressing buttons and it's not wanting to work until like the 10th time, you know, and then I'll finally get it done and it'll erase. That's why in chat you don't see me responding. It's because it just makes me sick to my stomach because I can't even do anything anymore on tech because they're just running rampant in here. It's crazy. Okay, so let me check. Let me catch up on all these. And Joe Info comes into play, and he says, "Blessings all," and the reception was fine. And five times five here, 5 times 5. You keep saying that, and I don't know what that means. 5 times 5, 25, 25, 25. I don't know. Well, while I'm doing this, you go ahead and answer what that means because I have no clue. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. To the easy stuff. Joe Info is saying hi to Junebug. Joe Info says, did me stretch out, prayed, and meditated. Good for you. Yeah, I'm changing things up. I think I'm going to hand all this meditation over to Glenn because he's more knowledgeable and he says something about doing stuff. And I'm going to talk to him about it, see what he thinks. I mean, it depends on what you guys think too, you know. Because, I mean, you do get to where you like somebody and you like hanging out with them. You like, you know, what you're doing. You like what they're doing. And, yeah, so I'm just going to talk to him and find out. But if anything, I'm going to have to rearrange the schedule around, if anything. Because I do want to go to his site and see what he's doing. Because I need some guidance here. And I totally want to change things as far as the time goes. I don't have very much time left here, so I need to amp up my meditation because I think that that's the key component to the sun and the whole thing. So I'm gonna just do my 20 minutes. I'll come in here and just do like 20 minutes, you know, every time. And I think I'll leave it there at like 20 minutes. And I know I didn't do 20 minutes today, but I'm just too antsy right now to do 20 minutes. And I woke poor Prospero up. Because I thought it was 20 minutes. I was thinking we went at 5 minutes and it was 9 minutes. So, and I got a little bit antsy and I should have thought about it. So I apologize, Prospero. But yeah, that's the raw. So yeah, this channel is going to stay raw, baby. It's going to stay raw. Because I ain't messing with that computer no more. That was a nightmare. I had a child come in. We don't know! We don't know! Yelling at me to go home. So, yeah. I ain't messing with it no more. Good. 5 by 5. Good sound. Oh, okay. See, I'm not chat savvy. Heck, yesterday, I don't know who told me what thank you meant. It was TY. I'm like, what is TY? But I know what BRB means. It means bedroom and breakfast. How you like them apples? So, is everybody ready? You getting there? Where's everybody at with their stuff? I mean, I'm just beginning. My God, I come late into the party. I'm scrambling, man. I'm like fighting. And then Derek puts out that video and he verified with me. Yeah. Yeah. It makes total sense. Did you guys see it? Did anybody see Derek's video last night? Anybody? Anybody? Did anybody see it? I want to talk about it. Nope, nobody's seen it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, nobody's seen it. It was just Henry saying hello. Hello, Henry. You having a good morning? Are you behaving, young man? Hey, Tina's gonna get you if you don't behave. Seven servants, Joe Info says. Hey, what's going on? Oh, I thought he was in the chat room. I'm like, where's he at? You meant from the TY. Yeah. No. But yeah, I hope you guys are farther than I am. I'm like speeding along here though. I think I think I've always been living it. You know, I strayed off a few times, you know, and I never had the meditation, but I think it's going to be easy for me to get there because I've been living this stuff all my life, you know, really I have. My mom used to call me a Weezer pleaser because I always like to please everybody. So, sorry, I don't know, Derek. Global Witness, check him out. Go watch his video last night. It's a good one. It's something that everyone needs to know, and it's verifying a lot with your own mind and what you're thinking. At least with mine. But your reality may be different. You know, your reality may be coming from somebody else, like Seven Serpents. You know? But my wake-up call is with, actually, it's with everyone, you know? I mean, you guys come in and I start talking and it like brings stuff up. Anya coming in and me feeling her energy, she felt familiar, and I placed that familiarity. Now I didn't see anything, but I knew her from another lifetime. I know I do. It's just a no. So it's coming, you know, you guys are helping, and it is, you know, all this stuff, us talking. So yeah, do some live streams. I'll hang out with you. Maybe we ought to hang out with each other a little bit more and like teach each other things. Like maybe I should read some of the Tao Te Ching on here and just like sit here and read it. And somebody else could do something else like the Seven Serpents does, you know. He does his emerald last night, and you know, then you could chill with Glenn and he kind of teaches it with his hangman, you know, stuff. And yeah, and you get to listen to some great music, and there's, you can relax and meditate there. He plays some flute, and oh, it's just so neat, you know. It's nice hanging out with old kin, and I think that's what we might be. And I think that Anya has just opened that door for me to see that maybe that might be what's going on. I don't know. Sorry, my elbow's in the way in my face there. But you know, sometimes I think about that. You know, like, do we all really kind of know each other? And does it take that, just that one, to start opening up that door? Am I gonna start seeing you guys too in the past? You know, like in other lifetimes. You know, from other lifetimes ago, did we hang? And maybe that's the reason why we keep coming back to each other's channels. Okay, He says, Joe Info says he'll go check him out, and then he subbed him. Yeah, you should. Derek's the master. He is a master at this. He's lived it. His since he found out about it, he's been living it. So, yeah, and he has a lot of inside information too. A lot of inside information. You know, anonymous information. So yeah, I think that's what that was last night. So you go and see it now. You can click off of me and go see it really quick if you want. You know, I won't be offended. I encourage you to, actually, because it is that important, because they may pull it down off of YouTube. Actually, I think they will pull it down off of YouTube real soon, because it's just, hey Max, we were just talking about Global Witness's video last night, and how I think that everybody should go watch that, because I think it's going to be taken down like really soon. They don't want that kind of information out there. It was bold in your face and raw negativity seen live. I mean, not live, but you know, in its entirety. It was just sickening. I was the guy hanging at the other end. Lots of laughs. Hi Max, says Joe Info. He said both of those. And Max just came into the room right before that. What up, Max? And they're meeting and greeting. Oh, and Prospero, don't be shy. Max is a remote viewer, and Seven Serpents that Joe Info is talking about. He speaks about how a lot of science, Earth things, you know, like has to do with the stars and the moon and planets. I'm sorry. And the Joe Info, I need to think of what the Joe Info does. Joe Info, I know it has something to do with your name with information. Was it survive? Yeah, it was a bunch of different stuff. It was survival and God, just everything. There's a bunch of stuff in Joe Info's. Definitely different title, like variety of different things. And I think one of them is survival. I've seen that one. Like making stuff, like making like metal, you know, like metal, like a little fire pit, you know, that you can cook off of, and cook a can of food. Observer, the Joe Info says. Yeah, I remember you observing. You're an observer. We all are. We all had our time sitting in the back. I sit in the back sometimes too, because, you know, sometimes you just want to listen to what the person has to say, you know, like especially with Wayne. You know, I'll meet and greet at the beginning, but in the middle, don't expect me to chat back, because I am listening, you know, I'm not paying attention to chat. You know, sometimes I'll get and I'll read, you know, a little, and like whenever the conversation is kind of, you know, slowing down a little, and I'll see what's going on in there, and I'll try to keep up with it throughout the thing. But if I'm interested in what he's talking about, man, my mind will just. But you have to whenever your mind is doing this. And your papers are flying all over your room. Meditation. So this is meditation. You meditate and you sit and chat. This is the best meditation in the world, because you get to talk out what you're thinking. So if you guys want to do a live stream, if you guys want to cut me off and I can come over to your live stream, let me know. We can all go over your live stream and you can talk. That way we all get a chance to talk. That'd be cool. That's something we could do. We can all go to each other's website or channels and hang out, you know, and watch people. You know, Seven Serpents did this last night. I think he likes it too. Where you just sit down and you talk to people, and it like brings up all these other things with you. It does work. It does kind of like step you out of your comfort zone, and then you like, I don't know, it's weird the way it works. You step outside your comfort zone, and then you're fine with that, and then everything comes into place. You know, after that, you kind of like where you get like this. And you're closing off that little gap. Joe Info. JAFO equals just another thinking observer. Okay, gotcha. Jaffo. Jaffo. Yep, we're all just another observer. Another thinking. That's what I said, thinking. Well, nobody's responding that they want to go live, so I just keep talking, I guess, and work out my crap. So let's talk about quitting smoking. Why did I start back up again? I think I need to look at that. I need to step myself back, and why did I start amping it up again? Oh, I know why. Because of ripple effects to other people's decisions, and the negativity that bounces off of that and ripples off of that led right to me. And then I had to deal with problems and kids, and oh yeah, that's why. No, I need to get that back, that euphoria. Yeah, definitely need to keep that in mind. Of that first, whenever I went like this. Whenever I first felt it, that's whenever I remember. And that's the addictiveness. The Joe Info. Friends don't let friends be sheeple. Thanks, I appreciate that, Joe. A timeline shifter could just go to timeline where you don't smoke. A timeline shifter could just go to a timeline where you don't smoke. I don't know how I do that. I can't even get the euphoria, man. I wish that I was that high up. I know why. I know yesterday was very stressful. Yeah, I'd say so. I need to feed the kids. Dogs. Understandable. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get that little dog. Actually, hang on one moment. Come here, little puppy. Come here, little puppy. It was nice out here. It felt good. He's a little puppy. Yeah, let's hope this weekend eases up. Mama, you're right about that. And Joe Info says, God bless everyone out there. And thank you so much for stopping in, Joe Info. We love you. And have a fun day. Be safe. And everything you do. So that just leaves June. Max and Prospera is in the house. Joe had left so he can feed his babies. And I had to show him the baby I'm taking care of today real quick before he left. He just reminded me to check on the little doggy, and Max says, or if you are a manifester, just manifest yourself as a non-smoker. Lots of laughs. Yeah, I wish I could. I wish I was that high up. Chasing Henry around in circles here. You want me to run in circles with you? Come on, let's go. I'm running. I'm running. I'm running. There you go, Henry. That work out for you? Oh, it's too bright over here. I had to show you guys that. Just a little thing along the way. Alright, I'll bring it back. That was fun. What are you guys chatting about over here? And Max is laughing his butt off at me. And hello to Prospero. And I think he fell off the map. He's hiding in the background. He's the Jaffo for the day. The observer. He hasn't said nothing in a while, has he? He liked me all to himself, I think. I'm pretty sure of. Because he stopped talking as soon as you guys started coming in there. But that's okay, Prospero. I appreciate you watching and learning from me. It's alright to be the observer. I'm the observer sometimes. Sometimes you just don't want to talk to anybody, you know? Fuck everybody. Sometimes, you know, just feel that way. And it's okay to feel that way. Don't beat yourself up. I'm not hurt by it. I understand. I get that way too. That's why this is so hard for me, is because look at me. I look like crap. I just woke up and got up. Yeah, the alarm's messed up again this morning. I set Sophie's alarm and I set my alarm, and both of them, 2 alarms on both, and none of them went off. Except for the very last one. I set 1/3 emergency alarm for like 6, I think it was 6 o'clock, just in case. And thank God that one went off. And it was just vibrating, and I actually woke up before that, so... So my inner alarm worked. Just worked a little bit later than what I wanted. And... Well, last night James was doing the whole head hitting thing, and did a meditation with him. It helped a little, but it was still there. They were like pretty ugly thoughts, I think, for him, because he kept doing this with it. And I told him to tell him to go away. That he didn't want him. And he kind of laughed about it. Yeah, but they're doing okay. I think I handled Sophie pretty well on the scare factor part of things, like how fearful she is about it. And how wrong that is, you know, for her to portray. Because she's young, she don't know how it bounces back, you know, and I kind of try to explain it the best way that I could. You know, because like I told her with meditating, to always imagine a little white ball inside of you growing and growing and growing into like this little round circle around you, and try to keep picturing that. That way your barrier gets bigger and bigger and bigger around you. And but the bad thing about a barrier is that, you know, things kind of bounce around inside of it. And whenever your negativity is bouncing around inside of it, along with the good, you know, the positive and the good, sometimes, you know, in life, actually most of the time in life, there's a lot of bad. And I know that good overseed's bad, but if your bubble only has a little bit of good in it and there's a lot of bad bouncing around that is in your area, you know, because you're picking up on everybody else's stuff, you know, that is in your area. All right. Hang on. I'm getting them now. I'm up live right now.
I'll be back. I'm just gonna go run a couple of errands. It looks like it's slow.
Okie doke. Okay. Sorry. I had to go grab some stuff. You know how it be. Make sure nobody's window is open behind me. Sorry. I'm sitting here and I'd seen that window behind me and I'm thinking, I hope that window's not open. Going through the bad mistakes, or going through the bad makes you wiser, more empathetic and understanding. Sure, but you know, you want to try and keep negative, because I guess what I'm trying to say is that bright people attract a lot of negative beings. And those negative beings tend to poke out at you. Like with my niece at school. You know, I have to go to the bathroom. No, go sit down. Little girl next to her. I have to go to the bathroom. He lets her go. Lets about 4 or 5 other kids go. She asks, well, why can't I go? Well, because you can't. You need a patch. They have a medical slip. They have a medical slip. All those kids don't have medical slips. If a child has to go pee, let him go pee. He's messing with her because he's a negative. And negative sees the positive in her and what I'm doing. And it's seen it amp up because I'm making her meditate with me. Not making her, but you know, she does. I'm not making her because she follows me everywhere I go. She's like my shadow. She wants to do everything I'm doing. So I'm on live. What do you want? You want me to put it down for a second, come to you? I'll be right back, all. Be right back, promise. Talk to each other. It may not be sorted yet. But they got stuff on the weekend. On Sunday, they got stuff in. They already sorted it out. Okay, sorry about that. But that's life. Welcome to my world. This is the raw. You get me right whenever I wake up. And right before I'm supposed to go into sleep, which I never really do. And you get my hair all wild and crazy because I just woke up and took the kids on to school because the alarms didn't go off again with the stupid tech and the bad running in and messing with it, and nobody can tell me any different. There we go. That's not so bad now. It is pretty bad though. So how do you like it out here? Is it better? My face probably isn't any better because I'm like, ew. I need to wake up. Get all this puffiness, you know, go away. It gets harder as you get older to get the puffiness away. And I don't wear makeup. I should now. I think I will start. Because I went my whole life without wearing makeup. Just so I can look pretty whenever I get older. And now they look pretty whenever I get older. Now I'm going to put on makeup to make myself look more pretty. How does that sound? I think I deserve it. I just don't know how to put it on. I'm going to have to learn. I know how to put it on, you know, like eyeliner and lipstick and stuff, but a lot of these women, they look so nice, and I'm thinking, how in the hell are they doing that? I mean, they put it, you know, like they do half screen, and it's like this side is like all this is taken off, and, you know, I put on my makeup and all this is accented. It's like, what's up with that? I don't know how to put on makeup. That's what's wrong with that. Maybe I need concealer or something, but I did try concealer before, and that just made everything worse. Well, I'm cereal. It did. It made everything worse. My mama agreed with Max, saying that the wiser more makes you more empathetic and understanding. Even in a perfect world with people loving each other, there will still be trials and troubles to go through, accident, problems. Oh yeah, I know that. But I would still much rather it be the perfect world. It wouldn't be so much hell. But yeah, if you haven't seen Global Witness's video, go see it, man. Go see it. Go see it. Just, if you, I seen what I seen, and yeah, that's gonna be the close. That's what I was seeing this entire time. Because I was saying to my niece, I said, because I like the idea of the AI, you know, and the fact of AI taking away your privacy, taking away, which in turns, you know, take away everything that you watch. What they monitor, what you watch, they give you what to watch, because now they have that power, right? And then all of a sudden, then you have the fact of, well, now everything is not so private anymore. There's cameras everywhere on your phone, and everybody's monitoring you. They know everything about you, down to what time you sleep, you know, what you're probably even going to be, what your dreams are going to be about. And yeah, that would pretty much take away from your essence, wouldn't it? But Derek Rose came out with this video, and it like lays into, you know, I knew that the other video was kind of like on the right track. Like it had a ring with me. It did have a ring with me, and I knew that I was on the right track with that. That's more like what reality would look like, you know, as far as essence being taken away. Well, Derek Rose just came out with something else that describes something completely different as to what else could be happening out there. What else? How? And I think they're probably using both. You know, I would imagine they would use both AI and the chemtrails. But yeah, go see it. It's very powerful to watch somebody talk about you and how they want to kill you because you think this way, because you feel this way, because you are who you are. And they don't like that, so they want to make you normal. So I highly suggest that you go see that and watch them talking about killing you off because you have a belief in God, or you have a belief in whoever you believe in, that you have faith, period. It's that powerful, and it will disgust you highly. So wake up. To wake up to what are we up against? Go look now. I suggest all you get off and go look. And I'm dead serious, because we have to know what's happening with us, with our family, how they're trying to kill us. And they say it in there, how they're trying to kill us. Make us normal. How are you going to fight that? That's what I want to know, Derek. I guess I'm going to have to watch more of your videos and see what you say after that. But really, how do you fight that? How do you fight air? You need the air you breathe. And they're going to take away our essence that way? Through the air we breathe? Am I going to have to kill myself? You know? Think about that. Whenever the time comes, think about what you need to do. I'm not going to kill myself. You know, whatever happens, happens with this. So don't go off killing yourself, because that ain't going to solve anything. That's a big negative energy right there. But I don't know what we're supposed to do against something like that. That's beyond my knowledge. And I hope that I get that knowledge to find out how I'm supposed to fight that. Because that's beyond, you know, that's beyond spells. That's gas mask time. That's what that is. Or war. I think I need to go out and get a gas mask or some kind of mask to protect myself from these particles that we're breathing that is taking away our essence. And that's simply the way it's put in Derek's video. And I do suggest that you still go see it, even though I'm telling you what it's about, because you need to see the people talking about you. They're talking about you. Like you're nothing. Like you're a disease. Your mind is diseased from this. Like way back in the fucking days of yore, you know, your mind is diseased for believing in something more bigger than yourself. What kind of sick people are these people? That's what I want to know. I already know. They eat fucking adrenal glands. Excuse my language. But that's how sick it is. It makes you want to cuss. It makes you want to put out that negative energy. Because they're sitting there and they're talking about you like you ain't nothing. It's disgusting. It made me sick to my stomach to watch it. I don't know about you guys. Let me check on chat. I'm going off on my rant and I'm not even paying attention. Hey, Fifth Wheel, whoever just walked in the room. I'm Nunya. I'm just reading chats at the moment, and I know my thumb's in the way. But you get to see me raw. This is me raw, trying to get through stuff. Trying to get to that transient level. And just sitting here talking about Derek Rose's video on Global Witness and how sickening it was to watch somebody talking about making you normal because you believe in something more powerful than yourself, and how they're going to poison your mind to do that, to make you normal. If you haven't seen the video, I suggest that you hop off of here and go see it and get disgusted like I did and see what they're trying to do, see what they're planning, because I don't know how we're going to fight that. Okay, Max says, we keep doing what we are doing. Let people know, wake them up. Only the power of the people can change it. Max, do you think that that's what's going on? The people who, like us, who are already woke up, and as long as we close that gap, if I can get to that, closing that gap, I'm fine. That those particles won't affect me. Because I do believe that that's where it's at. Like you're trying to close that gap, and that if you don't close it in time, that you're going to be stuck in between worlds. Like you're going to either be stuck down here, or in between, or in the Matrix. Wherever you're at is where you're at. Max says, don't give up, change takes time. We don't have any more time, Max. Go watch the video. Go watch it now. We don't have any time. I was right. I was dead on and rushing through stuff. I need to cram. No more meditation of 3 minutes. It's going to be 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes every day. I need to cram it. We're running out of time. I'm running out of time. I know that. Oh, I know they can affect your health. They already are affecting our health. I think that's what it's doing. It's slowly taking away our essence, and if we don't wake up quickly, it's done. It's said and done. These are the choice. This is your choice, Mom. Go look at books. Read your Carney book again. Next time you come in, I have it. It's upstairs. And I meant to give it to you before you left so you can have it to read there. I think it was Dale Carney, unless I got the name wrong and it's somebody else. He knows. With me, my mind is woo, 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 woo. But I have other books that I found. I have the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I have the Art of War. I mean, it's Art of War, but it's still a good book. It's still, will still has good material, good information in it that, help with your spirituality, I think. And it's always good to know you're an enemy. Know how they're playing it. Anyway. I'm staying here to try to change this world. I don't want to go to Earth 2, get a light body. I like it here. You can have it here. I'm ready to go. I want to go, go, go. I'm done. I'm done. I can't stand in this body. I can't stand it anymore. And the more I wake up, the more I can't stand it. Like whenever I woke up with Anja, the feeling that I knew her from another lifetime, that right there, it wiggled my soul away from me even further, I think, because it wanted to get there so bad. I think that I'm an old soul and I don't want to be here anymore and that I'm done. I hate it, I'm just, too much of one thing kind of thing. And I'm shaken even saying it, because it is too much of one thing. And I think that's where I'm at with that. And if you don't go anywhere, then will you help me? Of course, I'll help you, but there ain't going to be no one else to save, Max. It's going to be said and done. We're going to lose our essence. That's it. This lifetime is done. I mean, we can live our lives in happiness and do what we do, but they aren't going to allow this on YouTube. They aren't going to allow it anywhere else. We would have to hide out. We would have to, in order to still do our faith. It'd be just like my dream, Mom, with Puck and Seth in the whole park, 4th of July at the park. And then we're going to be put into to those complexes, the people who are left still here. We'll be going into those people who defy that are going to be dead, which will probably be me. They are too late, Max. You feel that? Who is too late? Who do you mean whenever you say they? That way I can clarify that. I don't know, the only way I could see to beat these particles would be everybody putting out their energy, bouncing the particles back up into the air. I mean, but we would all have to join it at once to reflect it and to bounce it. And some of us haven't even used our powers yet since we dabbled in the beginning and we found out that, we got to close our gap. Some of us who realize that. That way we don't put the bad energy out there. Some of us, haven't even used our powers since, So those powers will be a little bit weaker than the rest. But yeah, that would be the only way, wouldn't it? The people who are waking up at a fast rate, it is already over for those who wish to control us. Oh, okay. Yeah, their days are numbered. They done chose their route, and they ain't coming out of that anytime soon. But yeah, but there's other people out there who need to be woke up, who need to get to this level, like my mother. She needs to get to this level. You need to take time and meditate, Mom, because time is here. It's coming. And whoever isn't ready isn't going. And you're all going to have to stay here. They'll take it, Mom. It won't be taken. It'll be just took. It's not taken. It's just deleted. And if you find the way, I'm pretty sure that if you find the way, you're so ingrained in it. Like I'm so ingrained in the fact that I want that euphoria rather than that cigarette. I'm ingrained in that because it feels good. It feels right. And it's ingrained in me now from the time I woke up and I floated. My soul floated upward and I was still on the ground. And once you feel that, that's whenever you know that you're ingrained with it. You got to seek out truth, though. You got to look at Jeff Daughtry's videos, and I highly suggest that you do because you grew up with the belief in God. Your sisters were all on it, and you weren't. But the Bible had stated some things that were wrong, and if you don't correct those things in your own mind and do your analytical work to deprogram yourself from those facts and see the truth for what it is, like how it was put and how it's said, that's whenever you wake up and you get that brain going, that intertwine of the other side. Then you're halfway in the matrix and halfway here on earth in reality. I call it the matrix because I don't know what else to call it, and everybody else is calling it the matrix. So those who wish to control should have done something 5 years ago to stop us. Babe, I think it was longer than that, like 10 or 15. Because whenever I got here into this community and I looked around and they had that Discord and they brought up that Discord, and I've been watching all these old schoolers talking to all these old schoolers, from back in the 70s. Yeah, they've been planning for a pretty long time. So I think it started, like they couldn't have stopped us. It would have been more like 10 or 15. They would have had to go back to stop them from putting this together. Ron says, I can't. Negativity, there is hope for the future and in our youth. Well, just pop on some Jeff Daughtry throughout the day and just listen to what he has to say. Go to the basics. Just pop it on your phone and, take care of Henry and just let it go. Just listen to what he says and just trust that he's telling you the truth, because I know he's telling you the truth because I already checked it out. I don't just listen to anybody. I go and I check things out. I check people out. I check where they came from. I check their brothers, their sisters, their mamas, their papas, and I see where they came from, and then I check out the work that's involved in it and check out the facts that's involved with it. It's not just said with me. I check it out. So go check him out. He's telling you the truth. He's right on it. He reads everything to you, so you shouldn't have any trouble with Henry being around. Wake up. Go wake up. Wake yourself up with him. He's a little bit arrogant, but you'll begin to love the arrogance about him. And he's arrogant for a reason. It's because trolls like to come in and disrupt his chat room quite often, So he has to be a little bit arrogant, to keep that facade of, okay, well, I need to be this way. I need to control this situation here, now, in my chat room. Otherwise, it's going to go haywire. Max says, Jeff was a part of my awakening. Very good information on the scriptures. Yes, he was. Very good information, Mom. He's in my subscriptions, the channels which are right here on the screen, up at the top, or if you have it this way, then it would be right, let me find my finger, right there. Yeah, about right there, or right there inside my channel. Ah, my fingernails are dirty. Anyway, well, you get me raw. Right? So, yeah, I would go and see him. Be worth it for you. Because time is running out. There's not much time left. If you're going to wake up, you better do it. Do it quick. I hope everybody does. Because it takes time to wake up. Once you wake up, it's going to take time to get to where you need to be from that point, too. And you don't want to be stuck in between. Although, either, whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to worry about it. You know, you can't worry about it. You just do the best you can do. Like MJ Energy. Thank you, MJ, once again, for waking me up. Appreciate it. He, Max, if you wasn't here for that, MJ Energy had posted a little statement out to everyone, and it talked about what it took in order to become that master. But he didn't say it like that, you know. He was very humble about it, but then he was very stern about, you know, like, this needs to be done, you know. This is what you need to do. And, yeah, smoking was a big, drugs, you know, all that. So, yeah, and I much rather have that euphoria, and I started thinking about why I'm smoking so much. It's due to stress, you know, other people's ripples, their decisions, their negative decisions bounce back onto you, and then you have to take care of their problems, and, you know, all that stuff. And I'm trying to juggle the YouTube channel. So, Max, I'm going to step away from the computer. I find nothing but trouble there, so I'm stepping away. I'm just going to step away from it. Everything's going to be raw. I'm going to give all my peeps a shout out. So, Max, you're in the house, you get a shout out. Max does remote viewing, so go see him. If you're there. If you're not there, just go and browse. You know, watch what's going on, and maybe you can tinker with it a little, not too much, you know. But don't push your energy out there. That was my mistake. And that's why we shouldn't be practicing just yet. You know, we want to close that gap before we practice. And there's only certain things that we should be doing with our magic. And that's protecting ourselves and maybe getting to know a little bit about it like I did. You know, I found out very quickly on how the energy is supposed to be put out, you know. You're not supposed to push it out. It's just like a thought where you just lay it. Just lay it there. You don't push at anything. Because Jeff pointed out a very interesting fact, in that, you know, if you're using your power and if it's affecting anyone else, if it's going out to anyone else, you know, if you're using it for anyone else, then you're doing it wrong. It's not supposed to be like that. That's the negative working. It's magic. It's ugly little magic. Because then, you know, you're pushing yourself on somebody. And that's why it's negative. I believe. That's my making sense of it. So, anyway, that's why I don't come here remote viewing anymore, Max. Just so you know. If that explains it any better. And Prospect is still observing. And Junebug is probably running around. Probably catching Henry off the couch. Whee! There he goes. And Max just said, I know. He's talking about me not coming to his chat anymore. I mean, I do pop in every now and again. I'll peek in. But I won't stay very long because I'm trying to do things. I I just want to get a taste of what because I was gonna try and do the subscription of the day, so I was trying to see what everybody was doing. So I go in and out of different people's lives. That way I can still be there for everybody and like give my vibes to everybody, because lives are like that, you know, where you kind of give your energy to people, you know, because you're there, you know, you're just there, and that gives your energy because your energy is there in the chat room, you know, where all you have to do is just touch a screen and people can feel you around, you know. So I just thought, you know, I do that every now and again. So if you feel me in your chat room, yes, I'm there. I'm just observing real quick. That way I can give you my support and love and move on, because there's more important things out there that I need to be doing. So sometimes I don't even chat. Sometimes I'll say hi, you know, and then I gotta go. Excuse me, I'm trying to pick off a hair off myself. Have to get my day, love. You call you later. Love you, mama. Take care of that little boy. Don't let him jump off the couch and bump his head. And then mommy calls the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed, Henry. No more. No more. No more monkeys. No more monkeys. I see that, Henry. I'm gonna come over there and get you." Love ya. Night. Later. Good day to you. Top of the day. Top of the morning to you. I can't even collect my damn thoughts. I need coffee. I need coffee. I need coffee. I need coffee. No, I need coffee. Look at me. I need coffee. See, that thing hasn't grown any. I need coffee. Gosh and a Bagora. Gosh and Bagora. Gosh and Bagora. I hope I don't have any boogies that you're looking at up in there. That's what that sounded like to me, was gosh and boogies. June says, bye, Max. Life's still on. People want to hang. Sorry, I had to let somebody by, so I had to lift up my legs. Made me make you go up in my face. You guys are probably like, ah. Here we go again. Oh. Sounds like me singing. They didn't have what?
The post office is nothing in there.
Oh. My crystal didn't come yet. Oh yeah, that GPS is so important. So important. Real important. No, he needs it for work. But it's so important. More important than my crystal ever will be. That's for sure. That's the normal way of thinking. I guess I'm not going to be going with him. Oh, he's going to see this. He's going to be like, I'm not going with you where? Okay, who else is in here? Okay, so we got Max. And I know Prosper is observing right now. He's probably doing other things like reading and getting smarter, like I should be doing. You guys want me to read? I can read. I can read. No, I can read. I mean, I may get copyrighted, but I don't really care. I don't want to read. They said to look at it like if it's under 1976, and if the person has died and it's been 70 years. Well, then that means that we wouldn't really have anything to put on YouTube, right? So that couldn't be right. You're all alone in the chat? No, they're saying there's 3 other people here, and Prospera, I think, is observing. He's the Jaffo of the day, and I know that Joe Info left. Trying to see. June left. Joe left. I don't know, there's a 3rd person in here, but I don't know who that 3rd person is unless Joe Info came back and he's observing along with Prosper, and we got 2 observers in the house. Yeah, they're lurkers. They're lurkers. Lurker. I can't say that right. Lurkers. That was hard to say. Lurkers. Alright, well, you guys are going to go into my kitchen with me because I need some coffee. And that's all there is to it. I need to wake up. I'm going to sit you right. Yeah, the sun's shining right there. Yeah, we'll just set you right there. How's that? Let me make sure there's no personal information up here. That is my lovely sister, who's now on the other side. I just wanted to make sure that all my stuff was put away. Can't have that personal information getting out there, can I? Rolling in the morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. And one more. Wow, this is the first time you ever came in my house. What do you know? Oh, someone left. Maybe the Joe Info. Or maybe Prospero. Who knows? I don't think they're going to tell us. I think they want us to think about it. Okay, coffee made. Brand. Back out. Okay. Got that going. Yay. So this video you watched, what about it? You mean Derek's video, Global Witness? What I was talking about earlier? Oh, the video. Yeah, go see it. You gotta see it, man. Because I don't even want to remember what they were saying, to be quite honest. It was so disgusting. It was sickening to see somebody talk about murdering somebody like that. Because you're talking about altering somebody's brain with the particles to turn out the light. So just go watch it and you'll see it. It's a conference room, and they had like a one of those screens up where they were all like in a meeting, like in a school, like where he was presenting. Not even in a school. It was more like a business, dealing. And it was a business dealing. He was talking about selling this particle to someone else because it takes away the essence of a human being. It makes us normal. You gotta go see it. That's all, there is to it. I'm getting ready to send my mom as soon as I pop off of this live stream and send my mom it. That way she wakes the fuck up. And she starts watching Jeff and, starts waking up even more. And more and more and more. Well, he had a video, and I don't know if he got it from being anonymous or, but they were talking, and it was a blunt talk about us. It was disgusting. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Max just said there's a virus that can make you non-religious. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They want to present you with this with this serum to take away your essence, the very part of you. So instead of this part of your brain glowing, it'll be now, oh no, instead of this part of your brain glowing where your thinking knowledge is, it's going to be glowing back here where it's not supposed to be, or whatever. They're going to put it out. I don't understand it myself. Oh, you saw it a few years ago? Well, Derek Rose just brought it up, and I think he brought it up because it makes sense, and where essence is going to be at. Like, how are they going to take away our essence? Are they going to take it away by AI and taking away our privacy? And then next thing you know, our children are, every person will be online. Then they will have control of every person's privacy. And then they're going to start taking things away, like Julian Assange, and taking his rights away, putting him in solitary confinement because he speaks the truth, doing that kind of thing, to people until they have a controlled unit and take away the essence of everyone, put them in that solitary confinement to where it dwindles down and down and it just buries itself. And I thought that was onto something right there. But this, how are you going to fight that? Really, how are you going to fight that? Something you're breathing in. Is it going to affect all of us? Is it going to affect the ones who are woken up as well? Maybe we turn something on that can never be unthreaded, is what I'm thinking. And maybe that's what they were talking about whenever they talk about, like if you're saved, that you will go onto the other side. So if I'm the master, then I will go. Or if I close that gap, at least. If I can just get that gap closed, then I think I'm good. Because I think if I'm stuck in between here and the Matrix, it's not good. I need to get out of in between. And that's my thought, on it. If it is that. I don't know if it is that or not. I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. We're just not seeing the whole playbook, There's lots of different ways that they can get us. The question is what do we do now? Just continue to save ourselves. That's really where it's at, right? Save ourselves first, and then once we close that gap, then we save others. But in the meantime, you still do good. You still try to save, like I'm still going to do my channel, But I'm just not going to aggravate myself with that darn computer anymore. I spent 8 hours on the thing yesterday. It aggravated me, and I get online, and I'm trying to chat with people because I'm trying to rest after that. I'm trying to chat, and oh no, Christina can't chat today. We're going to mess with her. I'm going to mess with you. Yeah, it messed with me on video, Max. I was doing a live of my meditation, and it came. And it messed. My mom said that it took the chat and it brought the top part of the chat and it brought it completely down to the bottom. And it was right whenever I said, I know who you are and you're not gonna, because I was trying to fight it, get him out of my garage and get him out of my life. And I called him out and I told him, and then my mom said that everything just went nuts in the chat room. Like all the stuff just went screwy in there. And yeah, I found that weird. I thought it was perfect because then newbies got to see that happen. They probably think I'm nuts, some of them, but it was real. I mean, you could see it. It was real. Well, I guess you didn't really see it, I guess I could still be faking it, in somebody else's eyes, because there was a cricket, and the cricket bit me. Was you there that night? I can't even remember who was there anymore. I know Angela was there, and I think that's what stirred it all up. It's because I got so bright that somebody had to mess with me. Because, man, I seen her, and it wasn't the sea, I felt her. And I don't know, something just opened up inside of me that made me see that I knew her from a different lifetime, not this lifetime, but a different one. And I don't know anymore. I don't know any more than that. But the emotions involved in that were strong, very, very strong. When you've seen it, I was crying if you've seen the video. But yeah, I think I shined real bright or something, and somebody didn't like that too much. That is awesome. Max says we need to keep telling these stories until people wake up. Oh my gosh, it told its own story, Max. Everybody was like, those newbies in the chat room, they were like, oh, this is good. They were typing in, this is getting good. Because you wasn't there? I thought you was there. I could have swore you was there. Maybe you was there in spirit, Like maybe I was grabbing onto you. Because I do that sometimes with energies that I'm familiar with. I grab onto them whenever I'm in desperate need. And I couldn't find Anja at the moment. No wonder why I couldn't find her. She left the chat room, but I didn't know that. So she didn't even get to see what was going on. But them newbies did, boy. I think they're like a month old, if that. I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, what perfect timing. So at least some good came out of it, You gotta look at it like lemonade. Aid those lemons, It was a bad experience, but at least something good came out of it. But at first there was a cricket, and the cricket kept coming up to me. I didn't show the cricket, because I didn't think about it, You're not thinking that it's signs. And this cricket kept coming up to me, and, it was dark in the room too. I wouldn't have picked it up anyway. And anyway, this cricket kept coming up to me, and I kept tapping on the ground, trying to get it to go away, and it would go away, but then it would come right back again. And it'd get closer, And then so I stuck my hand down next to it, like this, and I'm like putting my hand down next to it, hoping they'd climb on there. And I thought he was going to. He grabbed onto my hand and he bit hard. Hard enough for me to go, ow! And I flung him up in the air and he went flying. Did a little flip in the air. The cricket did. Poor little guy. And then 30 seconds after that, then some bird or possum or something was crying. Really bad crying. And everybody was like, what the hell is that? I don't believe that virus or particles can work for long on me and others for long. We have the ability to rewire our brains Did you hear my speech impediment almost come out there? We wire, we wire. No, I hope so. If not, I'm gonna beg to be killed. I'm gonna do something to get myself killed. Because I wouldn't want to live without my brain. And that's my brain. My heart is my brain. My what I feel right now is my brain. You know, everything is my brain right now. And if they took that away from me, I wouldn't want to live anymore. Hell, I have hard enough time living in it. Oh, sorry. Switched it, sorry. You got to see my thigh. Thank goodness I was wearing pants, huh? Some of us YouTubers, we don't wear pants because it's more comfortable. Right, Markiplier? He taught me that. He said, don't wear pants. It feels great. So sometimes I don't wear pants because it feels great. It's kind of like the whole shoe and sock thing, you know, going out into the grass. You just want to experience stuff, you know. Yeah, I hope. I do hope. So I'm running out of ideas now. I'm running out of amp. I just came in for a meditation, and it turned out to be a powwow again. Which is kind of good for meditation, you know, because you're supposed to go over your analytics and what you think about and, you know, what you did and didn't experience. And this all could be part of it, you know, and here I'm spewing it out on camera for me to listen to later, so I think it does. I feel it does. See, and this is what it's all about, you guys, is feeling what you feel is right. There is no right and wrong. You know, you just do whatever you think is right to get you there, just to get there. So if your belief is in God, and just because my belief isn't in God, you know, it doesn't mean you shouldn't believe in God. If that's where it's at for you, then that's where it's at for you. If flat Earth is where it's at for you, then that's where it's at for you. If, you know, whatever you think, you know, if we were Mars people, you know, if we're Mars people, if that works for you, then that works for you. If we're in the Matrix, if we're in the Mandela effect, you know, whatever works. Whatever wakes you up, baby. Whatever wakes you up and stirs your life and gets it going. That way you can save your life and wake up from death. Because in my world, in my reality, this is death. Now, other people like Max, this is heaven, you know, and they want to be here forever and help people, you know, but my world is out there. I'm done. I'm done. I think I've been here for too long, and I've helped too many, you know, down here on this side of things. I just want to go up there and help. I want to be in 500 million places at once, and I want to be able to come back anytime I want and be with you anytime I want and do anything I want, anytime I want, how I want, when I want, where I want, whatever I want. 100 million places at once. Much rather be there than that, as I would kick some butt. I'd kick some butt. I'd kick some butt that way. If I could be in places, different places at one time, I'd be on it. I'd be getting that soul and that soul and that soul and getting them off of that soul and that soul and that soul and telling that soul and that soul to go hide. I don't know what I'd do out there, because nobody really knows. Nobody knows what's coming. It's going to be so much different than what we all are talking about. That's what's funny. That's what's so funny. You know, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what Derek says. I just have this feeling that none of us know what the hell we're talking about, but we do. And it's going to be everybody's idea. You're all mixed into one. And we're all going to be like, what the fuck? I didn't know it'd be like that. No way. Now that's fucked up. That's what we're all going to be thinking. It's kind of going to be like that video that I seen Derek play last night, where they're sitting there and they're discussing killing us nonchalantly. Oh, it's all normal to them. Let's murder people. Oh, but wait a minute. It's not murdering. We're just injecting them with a virus that could kill them in the long run. Could do whatever to the organs or body, But we're just looking at the brain. That's all we want is a brain. I wish I had some power, because I'd want to knock these suckers on their butt right now. Like, just use my power and go SLAM! And then my power bursts out into the world, and then every motherfucker that's bad, they just fall to the ground. And all the good ones are still standing laughing at the ones that are on the ground. That would be cool. That would be so cool. I know I'm getting angry. I shouldn't get angry. But it does anger me. They're talking about us like we're freaks. And I know I've been a little bit nutty lately, but, even if you do have a faith in something higher, bigger than yourself, why? You get it. Why can't we have it? You get it through the adrenal glands. You kill people for it. And we're not doing any of that. We just want it. So leave us alone. We just want what you got, except for more of it. Because that's what we're going to get, is more of it. And I think you're probably jealous. You're probably jealous like those other gods out there, that took us and tied us here and made us be here, thinking that we were tied here. And Max says that would be retribution, which happens sometimes. Yep. I just wish I had that power. Someday I will. Someday soon, I hope. And I think it will happen someday soon. Because I'm not going to be here for much longer. Then I'll be able to wham! That'd be me. I'd be like a superhero. I'd be none your business, at your service. I come back and I tell you, Max, none your business, at your service. You'll be like, what the fuck? Where'd you come from? I could be like, I'm everywhere and nowhere. You know I would, Max. He's saying that he hopes I exercise restraint with my power. I'm the one person who would. I am the one person who would. Hell, you see me come into your chat room and how scared I was of it, I knew that I needed to be tame about it. So yeah, I know. But yeah, I would want to do something like that. Because I would just think it would be funny. And who doesn't love to have fun? That would be the most funnest thing in the world. For you, for me, for everyone involved here, wouldn't it? Just to knock some people on their butts. And that way we can just stand over them and go, you get what you deserve. None of your business, Duncan. We're all going to be doing that now. I'm going to make everybody start doing that. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolute. So the saying goes. Okay, I get you. I know, it's not that I want to hurt anybody, it's just that, I don't know. I just think it would be funny. I think I would do something like that, just because it'd be funny to me. I wouldn't be doing it out of spite or anything. It would just be funny. That's all. And I'm like a mama bear too, and that'd be something I would do as a mama bear. As I would, it's just kind of like with these kids I got now, we're all going through hard times. We don't have any money, and, kids want brown soda, and I ain't got no money for no brown soda. You're going to have water. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's done. You know, I'm not going out and spending money that I don't have on something that you don't need. And that's just the way it is. And that's the mama bear in me. I mean, I do have the money for it if I wanted to, but you know, I don't. I don't really have the money for it, so I won't. And it's something that they don't need, so give all the gentle warts and allergies to blood and adrenochrome. Oh. Give them a virus, huh? Wart virus. a sneeze. No, wait a minute, no. A coughing, no. A wheezing wart. Yeah, a wheezing wart. Wheezing wart syndrome. That's good, wheezing wart syndrome. Time for coffee. That's awesome. Wheezy wart syndrome. What are you saying over here? Max is laughing. I'm good at those word games, by the way. At least I try to be. I like to think on the spot like that and think of things I can call something that's funny. You know, the first time I ever tried that saying of laugh at something every day, no matter what it is. The first day I tried that, and I was telling somebody about it. Well, no, I'm sorry, I tried it, and then the first time somebody ever asked me about what could help, and I was telling them about it, and we were driving down the street, and I was telling everybody about it, and some guy fell. I hated to laugh at him, but it was funny, because whenever he fell, he hit the fence, and you know how the fence has those little diamond shapes? His skin was poking out of it. I didn't mean to laugh at it, but it was so funny. And I know he was okay, because I seen him afterwards. He was okay. You know, the next day. I didn't mean to laugh at it, but man, it was so funny. Because it was all like... And it happened like right whenever I said, you gotta laugh at something every single day. And I turned around and I looked out the window, and there it was. He fell and he went into the fence, and his face was all pressed up against the fence. And I walked to the smoke shop the next day after that, and checked on him. I seen him, and he didn't seem hurt. Looked like he was alright. Looked like his face was alright and all that. He didn't have any marks, no bandages. So I think it was okay that I left. It helped me for the day. And it served its purpose. So at least there was some good that came out of his fall. Right? But I just thought it was so funny, because he had, you know... And it was a perfect moment, too. Because I was trying to explain that, you know, you just gotta laugh at anything you see. I mean, people do funny stuff all the time, and I turn around, there he is. Face all pressed. He's like, whoa! And I'm like, and then he hit, and I could tell that he was okay, you know, but whenever he went into it, his face was like this, you know, those little things right there. It was just like pushed through. It was so funny. I can't help but to laugh about it. It was hilarious. So, they're saying you got to completely get rid of everything that you're doing. Smoking wise, that is. So you gotta stop smoking. And I might have to redo after the cigarettes, if you know what I mean. Because I got back issues. And sometimes medicine don't always work, and I don't like medicine from man-made medicine. So I'll have to rethink that one. Keep the idea of wheezing warts to yourself, or they might see it and use it against us. Yeah, that's a very, very, very special virus. Wheezing warts. Shh, don't tell nobody. What will not smoking do for you? Not smoking will get me to that euphoria place that I so desperately am looking for as I'm meditating. It helps my pineal gland. It helps the chakra, whatever they call it. Whatever is down in here, in your belly. The stuff that you feel with. Because I notice that whenever I stop smoking, I can get a gut instinct a little bit better. And two, I could feel a lot better. I mean, as far as things around me falling into place. You know what I mean? Everything kind of just fell into place. And now I'm smoking again, and now it's all falling apart again. And it all, you know, it's stress. It's stress, you know, you get stressed. It's been really hard. And I'll make it through it, you know. I just worry that I'm putting too much time in helping and not enough time in myself. So, that's the problem. It's self-time. Like even now, I'm concentrating on what time, you know, I have to leave already. Yeah, and I haven't even done anything yet here. Except for take care of the animals. Which I didn't even have to come home for. Apparently, because he didn't get a job ticket today. So he could have took care of him, and I could have stayed over at my niece's house and saved on gas, but oh well. Too bad, so sad, right? Yeah, Max, he's still in the hospital, and, you know. But, so now we're trying to figure out what to do next. And please don't say anything, okay? What I'm saying right now. Can't let that corn girl know, you know, about what's going on. Drink pineapple juice. It's a cheap way to cleanse the pineal gland. Also, fasting for long periods daily will renew the digestive tract and clear toxins. Well, my body is already going through its natural purge on its own. It's purging on its own. It did it again, you know. It like let me eat for a little bit, for like 2 or 3 days, and then it bounced back out. So now I'm back to square one, where I'm not sleeping again and not eating. And maybe that has something to do with me smoking. I'm serious. I think it does. I think I just hit backwards. You know, I reverted backwards and I went back by smoking. And I do drink cherry juice, because somebody was talking about mandarin cherries. Those mandarin, I think it's called mandarin or martini cherries or whatever they are. Somebody had did a study on the people, the sleep apnea thing, and they found that the pineal gland responded better whenever people were drinking the cherry juice, the mandarin cherry juice. Like they were trying like different things to see what helps with sleep apnea. I think it was sleep apnea that they were studying on. And then inadvertently found out that something helped the pineal gland. Anyway, so I've been drinking that cherries. I've been eating those cherries and drinking the juice. And eating greens because I'm trying to quit smoking, you know. So I'm trying to stick with those greens of the veggies, and if I can, you know, if I can. Sometimes I just can't eat. I try to eat, you know, like broccoli, but most of the time I can only eat nuts. It's so weird. Um, I just fast for 18 hours every day now for 3 months now on 700 to 1,000 calories daily with occasional cheat day. I'm not doing anything. I just let my body do whatever it's going to do. And whatever it's doing, I just kind of follow with it, you know. I do what I can do as far as the eating goes. Of course, yesterday was kind of stressful, so I tried to eat, but I couldn't. Sometimes I have to force myself to even eat just the berries and the nuts, you know. And I try not to fast for a long period of time, you know, because my body is already going through enough with not eating. So it's already going through it like a natural purge. I mean, a handful of berries isn't much, you know. So I think I'm starving myself enough. I don't need to starve myself anymore. Eat whenever I can, really. That's really where it's at because I'm lacking in that. Unless my theory is right and we don't need any of this stuff. We don't need to eat, we don't need to drink, we don't need any of it in order to live, and we just keep living without any of it. That's good. Do what you feel you need to do. Yeah. You hear that, everyone? Don't look for answers. I spent many hours looking for answers. Having to find out I can find my own answers. You know, it's all within my own. It's not about finding answers and running into people and saying, am I doing the right thing? Because they can't answer you. They're not going to be able to know if you're doing the right thing because only you know if you're doing the right thing. Does it feel right to you? That's the question. Does it feel right? Does it feel like it's guiding you in the right direction? And that's what you need to look at. And if you don't feel any of that, then it's probably not the way you're supposed to go, or you need to be meditating more to get to know your no, so they can talk to you and tell you in your gut. In your gut. It's not a voice. It's like just a knowledge that you already know. Kind of like whenever the phone rings and you go to pick it up before it rings because you know that somebody's calling, but you don't even realize that you're doing it. Your hand just goes for it and you don't even realize it. It's your body knowing that you know, telling you that something's going on. And it knows what's going on. So just follow it and it'll get you there. I mean, it's okay to ask questions about, you know, like the powers, you know, that's associated with this, because that is important. That's what everybody in this community is about here, is that part of things. Um, but there are some people that are involved in the analytical part of it, and that's Wayne and Jeff and, you know, Rex and Leaked Project and possibly even me, you know, because I talk a lot about truth and about these things because I try not to. I really do try not to, but you know, these videos are about me and what I'm going through, so put it out there, you know. Just like now, it's a 2.5 hour meditation video. It's what I think is right. It's my meditation. And I felt like going up because I get a lot out of, you know, getting on camera and talking to people. And even if nobody's here, I still talk to myself. Probably look like a damn nut doing it too. But but that's what it takes is a good long look at yourself. And to me, I love videos. I don't like reading stuff, you know. It takes too much time and I don't have much time left, you know. I got to get down to what I need to get to. So yeah, meditation is going to completely change. I'll probably go over to Chill's station and do some meditation with him. And then I'm going to have to rearrange my meditation time to do that meditation for people, to help people do their meditation, since I started it, you know. But I just got to thinking, what am I going to do next after these 8 weeks? And then last night I'm thinking to myself, there's not much time to be doing, because I'm sitting there for 3 minutes. That ain't nothing. That's nothing. And I got 8 more weeks of this to get to 20 minutes. I got time for that. I need to get there now. I need to close this gap now. There's no time for me to play around here. Otherwise I'm going to be stuck. So I need to do what I got to do. So that's going to Glenn. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about, Glenn, was coming to you and then coming back. And I just wanted to make sure that it would be all right if I learned from you and brought it back to my meditation, because learning is progress. And I won't steal any of your stuff. I'll make it my own, of course. I'll twist it and I'll make it my own. But like any techniques that you show me or tell me about. And who knows, maybe I'll bring all my people over there if they like the idea, because I know nobody really meditates with me anyway. They just come to talk, I think, except for my mom or, Galaxy Corn Club girl. She comes every now and again. What do you think, Max? Do you think that's a good idea? I think so. Because Glenn is so cool, man. He plays a flute, and I just feel so relaxed. It's like taking me back into a day that sometimes, Max, I wonder. Yeah, Max says, yes, I see people escaping from... Come on back up. Come on back up. Hang on. It's not wanting to come out. There we go. People escaping from church dogma, only to look for a guru or spiritual dogma. Make up your own mind. Yeah, sure. So let me reread that, because I think I read that wrong. Yes, I see people escaping from church dogma, only to look for a guru or spiritual dogma. Make up your own mind. Yeah, exactly. I love Glenn, Max says. I was thinking about this, Max. I think we all know each other. We're just not remembering. Like it's gonna take us opening up and remembering each other. Because Anya came on the other day, and I felt her, and something just stirred in me and brought that thought to my head. Like maybe we're all coming to each other because we all know each other from a different life. Well, I know that we're one, but we all lived our lives in different places, and that's what I'm saying, is that I lived with her. I know her. Like, it's not a no of, it is no telling me, but it's like a deeper sense of I know her. Like, she was a real human, and I was a real human, and we either were really close in a different place. We were really, really close in a different place. And then once I felt that, then everything started opening up after that into the show. And that's whenever I shine my brightest, because everything started opening up. So I'm wondering if that is the way it is. It's just a thought. It's just thought, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A real physical connection, probably. Yeah. Because I feel like I know her. Like, the feelings were so emotional and so overwhelming. And if we are one, then I would have that emotion with all you guys. And this was totally different emotion. It was like I knew her. Like I cared about her in a different life. A lot. Cared about her a lot. Like she was my mother, or she was family type thing. I don't think she was my mother, but you know what I mean. It's just trying to think real fast, and out loud. Because, you get all these thoughts that come to you, and you got to take them down, because you got to consider all possibilities. So that was my thought, and I'm wondering, I'm going to start speaking about this because I want to know if anybody else out there has found their one person like that where they felt like, hey, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever, and you literally, you know, feel that emotion of overwhelmed feeling, and you just want to cry because you haven't seen them in like forever, and you're so happy to see them, you know. That's just that feeling, that gut feeling like that, you know, of seeing somebody who you know you didn't see in this lifetime. You know you didn't, you know, you know that because they live all the way out in Canada, and I live, you know, in Misery. There's no way I would have seen her anywhere. And I'm very picky about my YouTube. You know, I watch certain people. You know, she wasn't on my channels. I seen Jeff. You know, but I kind of got off of Jeff there for quite a while. And I went to the reality of things. You know, like what's going on in the real world. Let's see it for its ugliness, and then maybe we'll believe it, kind of thing. And then I sure did believe it after I seen it, and after I researched. And you know, it took me a long time to research things. You know, to get the truth out of things. You know. Because you want to make sure before you accuse somebody of being a pervert or you know, a murderer, or you know, you want to have the information backing it up. You know, like where is the evidence going? You know, just like the Pizzagate, where did the evidence go? Well, there was a piece of evidence that nobody talked about really, and I tried to point it out to everyone. That, you know, and actually I found it out from somebody else, one person who was talking about it, and nobody was listening to this person. He had like one view, you know, whenever I went on, and the video was up there for like 3 months after that. You know, it's like nobody paid attention to this. And I went and I looked up this article that he was talking about. It was an interview that what's his name? I forget. You sound bad with names. Is it Cavanis or whatever his name is? The pervert at the pizza place, the owner. Um, yeah, he was talking to the I think it was New York Magazine or New York Times, saying that, you know, yeah, they get their tomatoes fresh from this farm. In order to keep them fresh, we have a basement in our pizzeria in Washington that we keep it down. You know, I thought you didn't have no basement. Evidence one. Then evidence two was me scrolling down and through the chat room, and it took forever. It took forever to do that because there was a lot of people coming in saying what perverts they were, you know, and stuff like that. So you had to scroll past all that and get to the stuff before. And yeah, I got to the stuff before, and it was gross. It was really gross. You want to talk about evidence? Yeah, that was some pretty substantial evidence there that I seen. So I can be a conspirator because I seen some shit. Yes, our real physical connection, probably. Or was I talking about? Yes, see, real physical connection, probably. Oh, I was talking about the souls, you know, meeting before. See, but I'm wondering if, you know, like we're just so distorted up in here that I'm not remembering you, and I'm not remembering Glenn, and I'm not remembering Jeff, you know, because we all seem to flock together. You know what I mean? Like there's other people out there that woke up, and there's other communities, and you know what I mean? Like I explored after I had this idea. Like there's other communities. There's an ADHD community. You know what I mean? There's flat earthers communities. So I mean, it's all in what you know, wake up to, I guess, and who you're with, what posse you're hanging with, who's your posse. And I'm just wondering if our posse is our posse. Like we keep meeting up in different lifetimes or whatever, or we met up in different lifetimes, like in different jars of life, you know? Like we kept running into each other over and over and over again. Like I would run into you. Then I would go and run into Glenn the next life. And in that next life, you would run into Glenn. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. You know, it would just go around in like a web like that, you know, where we're all meeting each other in these different lives. And we just got to gain that knowledge to know that we know each other, you know? Like there's a web there, that we just need to connect it. Ooh, that's good. What is that web, though? let's think about that, because I want to open this up. I really do. I want to know you guys, because I have a feeling that I do, and I'm just not remembering. So what could open that up? Stop smoking, number one. How can we figure this out? See, I'm not good at this stuff. I'm good at detectiving, you know, like looking stuff up and, you know, finding the information that I need in order to make a thorough decision about things. But, yeah, how do you figure this one out? How would I know that I know you? Except for, you know, like what is, I mean, I know that the soul can be, you know, part of it, but I'm just wondering if there's, like, I feel like there's something that we're missing, that little piece that's other than the soul is connecting and all that. There's like one more little piece somewhere that we're just not thinking of, that we need to think of in order to know each other again. Because, man, what I felt with Anja was just awesome, and I have a feeling that I'm going to do that with all you guys. We all need to come together on the idea we know we have been deceived and lied to, and stop arguing over the details of each lie. Oh, yeah, definitely. Just know we know. And who got it right? Yeah, just know we know, and get together, because if we all know each other from somewhere. And I want to know who, you know, like there's certain people in here that ring bells, you know, that ring a certain way with me, like you, Max, and Glenn, and Jeff, and not so much is Derek, and not so much Wayne, but I do love them. God, I love them. But there's just certain people that I have this click with, you know what I mean? That makes me think that I know them from a different lifetime. And maybe I do know Wayne and Glenn, you know, from a different lifetime, and I just don't remember it, you know. I don't remember it at all, you know. I don't even get the feeling. But some of the people in the chat room, like Steph8888, I feel like I know her. Like, you know what I mean? There's just certain people that you feel like you know. I don't know. I do and I don't. I'm just putting it out there because we all need to think of the different aspects to everything. Somebody's partying up. Having fun. It's probably the bar. There's a bar over here. Yeah, if we can all just think together and try to figure this out of, you know, of what piece is there that we're missing in order to be able to know each other. I know it's not no, you know, but there's always something else. There's always that piece that brings you out of it. Like with me, there was Anja and connecting with Anja. It's almost like I knew, like it was pulling me towards her. You know what I mean? Kind of like I was all giddy and excited. Kind of like a lost little puppy love, you know, kind of thing. And that's the way it felt. But then I wasn't in chat with her. You know what I mean? Because whenever she was talking on the show, I didn't chat much with anybody. I was listening to what was being talked about, you know. So I didn't feel anything, you know. I didn't feel any of this at first, you know. Not any of this, you know, that I knew her stuff. But I just felt like it's, you know, kind of like a chat room thing, you know, where you're just blah, 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 and, you know. And her mind was on something else, and my mind was on something else. So I don't think neither one of us really knew that we knew each other until we actually connected on my channel. Then whenever she got on my channel, or our channel, I'm sorry, I meant ours. And then whenever she got on my show, and she came in, and the feeling like shifted in the chat room whenever she came in. And then, I don't know, it was weird. Because I just had this overwhelming sense of, like, I know you. Oh, I know you. And then it all just started flooding back, like all these emotions. Not thoughts, but it just emotions. I was the first on the channel, on our channel. I loved your energy and felt spirit and felt me. I read that wrong. I loved your energy and spirit felt to me like I knew your spirit. So here we are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that, you know, I plug people out of different, you know, like I get the feeling like, hey, they are of the know. They know what we're talking about. They seem like they need to be plucked out at this point of just, and they need to be brought over in the community. That way they can get to doing what they need to do, type thing. You know, I'm like the organizer, the welcomer that goes and grabs people and says, no, you need to be over here now. You're too advanced for that now. You need to be over here. But there's certain people, like, you know, that I feel like there could be something more there. And now with Anja and what happened with Anya, I mean, I keep wanting to say Anja because that's what I used to call her before I realized how to pronounce her name, which is really weird how you pronounce her name, because if you think about Anya and Nunya, it's like two sisters in a pod, man. But as soon as I realized I knew her from another life, then I started, you know, after that, like that was my immediate thought. Do I know Max? Do I know Glenn? Do I know Jeff? Do I know all these people? Do I know Johan? And, you know, like all of them. Do I know them? Because I get these feelings that are bigger than just plucking people, you know, like, oh, well, you're of the know, so let's pluck you out and put you over here. It's different than that. And I know that you were one of my first on the channel, but even just, you know, like reading to you, you know, or talking to you, or whatever I'm doing, you know, Anja is a special friend to me too, really. I almost get the feeling like she led us. That makes sense. Like, I don't know if I'm right, because they're kind of more like thoughts that I'm having, and I don't know if they're like the no thoughts or my thoughts, and I can't decipher through them, because it's almost like I do know. You know, it's, I know I'm being fucked up, but it's almost like I do know, you know. Lots of laughed. I plucked your name out of Jeff's chat. Yeah, I've been plucking people, but there's certain ones that are different, you know. I don't know. Maybe I am. Maybe I am plugging to people I know before. Who knows? But I send them over here. I send them to you guys. That way you guys can help them. You know. I can help them too, I guess. I mean, apparently, I was supposed to be. I came in here to welcome people, and to put them where they go, and to tell them to go to your guys' channel. And now everybody's coming over my channel, and I'm just like, oh man, this is opposite from what I wanted. Because I know I'm hardly knowledgeable in any of this, but I am in a way, because I lived my whole life with it. I'm like Anja, you know, I lived my whole life this way, you know, hugging trees, you know, kissing the ground and rolling around in it. And, you know, still as an adult, if I see a hill, I have this urge to go run and roll down it. I do. Sometimes I do it. And it's so much fun. You gotta try it. Try being a kid again. It's great. I sent your link to Meditation Man, Johan Rainbow, Executra. Told them you were awakening and that you have great energy. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm just new at this. I'm just trying to help. I'm not really, I don't know. I didn't think of myself this way. Kind of like I just don't think of you. Like my whole entire life, I never really thought about, you know, what was right and what was wrong. I just did whatever I felt, you know. And it all just seemed to be the right way. It seemed like it coincides with what you guys talk about a lot here. It's the way I lived my life. I just can't believe we're all getting together again. And I kind of do know that we know each other. I just, I just need to get the feeling with you guys and chat here. I wish we all could meet up, like face to face. I'm sure we'll get our chance once we pass and go through the door. The door. Someday you will pluck someone out of chat that resonates with you, and it is how we grow. Yeah, I'm starting to realize that with Anya. But I think Anya was a leader. I'm almost positive. Because that's the first thought I had, like Mother Bear. Whenever I seen her on Wayne's, I was thinking of Mother Bear. And then she came to chat, and then, yeah, she's a leader of some kind. I'm not sure what she's leader of, but I guess we'll all find out. Brian, I don't recognize you, but I like your little thing. I love Brian off of Family Guy. I used to anyway in my TV days. Hello, good morning. Hope you have your cup of joe with you. I do, see? We're just discussing how to wake up further from this nightmare. Trying to get to where we're going to go. We just had the meditation about 3 hours ago, and this seems to work to get my analytics down. So I just thought I'd pop on here and do my meditation, which is scheduled, and then all of a sudden everybody just starts talking, and you know, things just go where they go, and that's that. Let me see my hang on one second, I gotta see my battery. It's getting ready to pop off. Oh, come on. 14. I need to get some coffee real quick, and then I gotta bring you in the garage. Hang on. Give me a moment. Yeah, but we were all just talking about it'd be nice if we can all get together on this and kind of do things together. Morality is wisdom is permanent. Yes, sir, it is. Thank you for coming and checking us out. I would highly recommend that you go see Global Witness's video last night. Talks about some things about what, and I think that he's on to something about where this may lead, you know, as far as just soul taking goes. How they're going to take our souls from us, and how that's going to work out for them, for us, and everyone else. So you may want to go check that out. It's pretty disgusting, so prepare your stomach. Don't go in it, you know, if you're getting ready to eat. You'll ruin your appetite. One more second. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, I would suggest that you go and see that even now. It's important. It's that important. You know what's going on. I won't be offended if you leave. Trust me. That's my goal, is to have everybody look at all these other channels. Because we all have knowledge, and my goal is to like watch all these people and to bring out the most important things and to spread it out there to you newbies, to us newbies actually, because I'm new too. I'm like 3 weeks old. I'm just an old soul that knows what the hell's going on. Now I do. It took me a little while. It took me like 3 weeks to figure this all out. It didn't happen until last night, where I knew exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But we were just talking about that, of Anya coming into my live stream and how it affected me so much that that I knew her from another lifetime, and I felt I did. I know I did. And that if that's the case, then maybe I know everyone else, and I'm plucking out of everywhere. And that we all know each other somehow, that we're all running into each other in different lives. And you may not know me because I plucked you from... I think I plucked Brian. I think I plucked you from, what's her name? Positive Movement?
Hey, babe.
Yeah?
You're working out here.
Okay, I lost. Sorry. I lost. Hang on. I need to set you up here. Lost you along the way. I apologize for that, but you know, that's what happens. Watch what you say. I'll try not to get you in it, sorry.
No, you're fine, you're good.
It's like right here.
I'm not worried about it. I'm more worried about it.
Hey guys. It's me. I lost everyone. I ran out of battery. That battery just like drained out real quick. Cut me off. That's the way it goes. But I found a plug. I tried to get to it before it did it, but I got stopped, and you know, I wouldn't have made it anyway, I don't think. Is this our observer? It's telling me low battery again. I hope it doesn't cut out on you. I have it plugged in. Let me make sure. But I do have you plugged in. It's plugged in, so make sure nobody's behind me. That I'm getting. Nobody wants to be on camera here. You know how that goes. Oh, I hope Max comes back. We were having a good talk. That was interesting. Brian too. So I would like to get Brian's take on everything. Wouldn't you? Nothing? It's okay. Whew. Still have my coffee though. But now back to what we were saying. Because I was just getting good. I missed the morning mantra with Jeff. That was the 2 hours ago. What does this thing say? 125 hours? Minus 100, I don't know. This is my first time where when it ran out of battery. And the string got lost. So I don't know how all this works. Guess I'm finding out for the first time. It looks like it reads like a different time, like a minus 125.45 or colon 45, 45. Synchronicity? Is those your numbers? Or not mine? Mine is 3 and 6. But back to what we were talking about, because that was good. That was good. I think I was onto something. What were we talking about? I know we were talking about friends, and that I think we all know each other from different lives, and we just don't remember because we're clouded with all kinds of different stuff, life stuff, you know. The reality of things instead of the matrix part of things. So we can't really remember the matrix part of things because we're still not there yet. But we're almost there. Some of us, I don't know about you, but I've been working really hard with trying to quit smoking, and yeah, it got me, you know, this past week because a lot came in. You know, somebody's in the hospital and their kids are left by themselves, and you know, I kind of stepped in. They're my niece and nephew, and of course I'm going to step in and, you know, help out. It's kind of challenging because the boy is autistic, and you know, not sure what to do, you know, with an autistic child because they're so particular, and you know, with no money and not being able to afford the things that he likes and the things that he wants, he's lacking of, and I've been telling him that this is life, bud. You know, you just gotta go with the punches and, you know, be with what you need. And that's all I can tell him, really, is that. Because if you tell him anything else, anything negative, then that would really bounce off, you know, inside his little head. He has enough thoughts in there about his dad and everything. What do you say? Kinda gotta let the no take it, you know? You know what to say. You just gotta let it take it and then roll with it. Roll with the punches. Exactly what I told him. Just roll with it. And make lemons. You know, you take those lemons and you make the aid and put the aid in the lemons, and then you got lemonade. Put the aid in there. Gotta put the stuff. you know, like the Neosporin, and you gotta clean it. And, well, first you gotta clean it, and that's really what we're trying to do. That's why your body is naturally purging. It's because it's trying to clean it. Got a lemon for a body, you know. I'm trying to clean it out first. Then after that, let me think, because it seems like 1,000 years ago now. It was only 3 weeks ago. Trying to imagine, I'm trying to think of what I felt, you know. It seems like it was 1,000 years ago or something. I swear. Seems like it was long time ago. Here, let me bring you out just a tad bit. That way you can enjoy the day too, instead of looking at that wall here. Enjoy that day. There we go. There you can see the sky behind me. You can see all the chemtrails. I do see chemtrails here sometimes. It's not really this early in the morning. It usually happens more towards the afternoon, like 11, 12. Probably is that right about now, I would imagine. But there's a lot of clouds up there right now, so they may not do it. But on a clear day, yeah, I see them going down that way. They run down that way, and then they run over this way, like right over the house here. They it's almost like they're making it go a certain way, like it's made into like a V, and they make it go like a certain way, like over into Indiana and, you know, all those people. And you know, Glenn was talking about up there in where he's at, that there was a storm that hit, and I'm wondering, because I seen some pretty gnarly chemtrails over here right before that, and I always imagine them chemtrails, you know, like heading somewhere and forming, you know, some pretty nasty clouds and that. Hey, Max is back. I don't see you up there. I only see one person. It's probably because I'm low in battery. And it's running really slow. So all these messages just popped up here. Give me a second. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's from the stream earlier. Okay. Alright. Okay. So Brian and Max, you're back? Or just Max? I think it's just Max. Morality is temporary, wisdom is permanent. No, I didn't see none of this, so this is new. Alright, let me get down to it. Okay, I just put two and two together, Max. I just put two and two together with and sent your link to Meditation Man, Johan, and Rainbow Executra. I told them you were awakening and that you had great energy. Okay, I get that. I was wondering why Johan came, because I'm thinking I didn't pluck Johan yet, you know. But I was planning on you plucking Johan, to be quite honest with you. I was planning on it, but she was already in there, so I didn't have to worry about her. Morality is temporary, wisdom is permanent, and I think I read that one. Buy the ticket, take the yeah, that's about it. Take the ride with me, boy. This is all raw. This is me waking up with what I got and doing what I can with what I got. And right now, that's just a phone, no computer right now. Computer aggravates me so much, and I get put out all this negative energy, and I can't do that right now because of what's going on with the kids and stuff. So, can I quote that it? Can I quote that it awesome lost her lost laughs? That's must have one. Okay, so that's whenever I left. All right, that's whenever everything went. In my bathroom went, it went. I can't believe it went so fast, because whenever I took you guys out of the garage and I came up here on the porch, that was me unplugging it. And it was at 100% then. I wonder if me downloading that app last night, that Planetary app, because I've been downloading a lot of apps lately, trying to get information, you know, like the Discord app that Aluna has. If you don't know about that, go to Aluna Ash Clairvoyance channel. She's in the channels up above in our channel here at Nanya Business. That's your channel as well. If you're new and you don't want to talk, and if you're not who I think you are, which is the observer. If you are new and if you are looking for, you know, like information about what's going on and you want to explore that, there's lots of people in here, and especially with Luna Ash. For Luna, she had got together this Discord channel, and where you can go into Discord app, and you could use that as a chat room. There's like different rooms that you can go in. They're labeled differently, like for twin flames and, you know, this or that or the other. You know, if it's just general, you can make up your own chat. It's called the Soul Family. You can go in there. But the link is over there in the Luna Ashes. Look under the video and watch the video. She'll tell you how to get there in the video. And yeah, you just follow that and you'll be able to talk, like literally talk to people, or you can just stand there and observe like this person is doing right now, or this being is doing right now. They're observing me talk, which, alright, you know, feels a little bit awkward, you know, sometimes. But you just gotta get used to that, I guess, in YouTube land. I can't, and the no-nos, man, they couldn't have thought of a better person to do all this, because, I mean, you gotta have some guts to come up here with your hair all sticking up and your nails, like you got crud under your nails because you just woke up and, you know, you gotta do your meditation, you know. And I woke up late and you gotta rush, get it done, and you don't have time to fix your hair. You just have time to get the kids off and drop them off at school and, you know, do all that and get home. Okay, it's time already. You just sit down and it's time to do your meditation, and the camera goes up and you see this raw stuff here, especially out in the light. You can really tell my face is all puffy and I just look horrible, but that's okay. I don't care. This is me going through it, and I'm used to looking this way because I have to go through a lot in my daily life that I really just don't care what I look like, because looks has nothing to do with the person underneath. If you don't believe that, then go find the video with the nut who's running around telling everybody that he loves them. And he looks like a damn nut doing it, you know. He knows what it's about, you know. He's probably doing drugs or something, which is making him pretty bad off, but he knows, and he speaks it, which is important. He speaks the words of the truth, which is very, very important. I think I watched the video. It's in my watch list if you guys want to watch it. It's pretty funny, actually. It's like a lighter humor on calling us crazy, you know. But it's funny, you know, and it's nice to, you know, because I worry so much about, you know, people who drink alcohol and who do drugs doing this, and that's how I imagine them coming out in the long run of this. Because it's so overwhelming having all these thoughts. It would drive you nuts. It really would drive you nuts if you're not careful, you know, and you don't sort them out properly. Because you gotta get them out. If you don't have a pencil and paper next to you right now, like I don't, go get them. I did. I grabbed it. I grabbed it. Look. I got my paper. I didn't forget it. I did not forget, I didn't forget. So that's really cool. I didn't forget it. That's super cool. I'm glad I didn't forget it. But anyway, if you don't have paper, pencils, grab all you can and carry it with you, because once you start writing you won't be able to stop, and you'll just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. You'll look like a genius. Straight up genius. But then you'll look nuts. Kind of like Einstein. It's too bad Tesla had to die, man. I always did respect Tesla. I always thought Tesla was something different. I didn't even know about him until I got older. And then, man, whenever I heard about him and I heard the way they took away his work, my heart just went out, and I just knew that there was something with that. Like, you know what I mean? I knew there was something with that. But I didn't put two and two together yet, you know? But now I see perfectly, man. They killed that guy just to get his ideas. They didn't like his ideas, just like they're trying to kill us now. If you haven't gone and seen the video of Global Witness, please go and see it. I just watched it last night. It's in my watch list. If you want to go straight to his channel, it's from last night's. And it warns us that time has come, and it's time. That time is very much ending real fast. And we can all pretty much feel it, you know. We can feel it. We can feel like we're running out of time. I think everybody feels it, and everybody is in agreement about it, that there's not much time left, and that we gotta get it together and keep planting those seeds as quick as we can, you know. Wake people up. Try, you know, keep trying. If it's your loved ones, fight for them, man. Tell them you're not crazy, that this is real. It's real, and that they need to wake up from out of their nightmare. You know, tell them that you love them, and please wake up. You're not nuts. Look at me. I'm not nuts. Tell them, say, look at me. I'm being honest with you. I found something, and I need you to find it too. Let them know. I did with my family. Now my mom's looking more into it, and I hope that she wakes up in time, because I hate to leave without her. But I have to leave. I have to be out there. I have to be able to fight better these things, whatever they are. I don't know exactly what they are, but I have a good sense of a good portion of what they are, and that's the negative energy, the negative power. Whenever people misuse their power and they use it for bad, and eat adrenal glands and drink blood, you know, in order to, it's like a spell. I mean, they get really powerful, and they can do certain things that we can't right now because they have cheated us of that. So we can't fight back the way that we want to, the way that we need to, but we will. And we will. It will come. Because there's other beings out there that are involved. And I always thought that too, because they were always around, these higher beings. I don't think that they're like anything special, you know. They're just, I think that there are other beings that have passed on. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they're those beings like my sister, who don't get to pass, you know, don't get to go out there. They have to help us, maybe. They have to stay there and help us get through this. So they have to come back as like guardian angels to help us through our lives. And that they're the ones who are actually there. Because I don't think that the master, that our father, that whoever he is going to talk to us. Because if he gave us free will, then why would he do that? Why would he talk to us and have any kind of influence over us whatsoever? He doesn't want us worshiping him or anybody else. He wants us worshiping ourselves, because we are a part of him, and that's the part that we're supposed to be worshiping, is ourselves, not him or her or it, whatever it may be. I don't name it. I'm too humble to name him, it, them, whatever. I don't think that we deserve to name them until we're past and we're over there. We probably would bleed saying their name. We'd probably explode saying their name. I mean, that's how far this goes. It goes high, you know. The adrenal glands will get you really high, just like meditation will get you really high. You know, you get to where you get addicted to that little taste that you got at the beginning. That's what the negative power has, except for they have like 10 to 100 times fold than what we have. So be careful out there and learn to protect yourself. Go to people like Anya, and forget who else. There's lots of people on my channel that offer like different ways that you can protect yourself, and Don't be stubborn like me and thinking that you can handle it on your own, that you're your own power and that you could do it yourself. Because I come to realize something that, it takes unity. We're all in it together. Last night or the other night that happened and that bad thing came. Guess what happened? Everybody worked together in the stream, and I know that helped. And they got rid of it. Everybody got rid of it. Everybody used their dome to kind of protect the stream that was going on, because there was seeing the light. It's seen it. It was attracted to it. It said, "Oh no, we can't have that light. We gotta put that out." And it got great. That light got so bright because Anya came, and I knew her, and it woke me up a little bit further because I knew her, and I know I knew her from another life, and that woke me up even further, and it created like this big old barrier of light that came. Yeah, so we were there. And yeah, something came in. We tried to put it out, and everybody's seen it, like on the chat and stuff, which was kind of special in a way. It was really special because they were all news. They were all new people, and they all got to see it. And I don't know if you can see it, like on the. I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to give it any attention. But I'm giving it attention because it's okay to talk about it. It's okay for me to look at it, but I just don't want to go back in there. It's not that I'm scared. It's that I know I done the right thing. At least I hope I did. And everybody else, I think, helped. And Anya had left. She went to go get something to eat, so she didn't even see what happened. But my mom seen what happened, and that was really important to me, because it showed her that I'm not nuts, that this is real, that there are evil things out there trying to disrupt this process, and that it is real. Uh-oh. Tornado sirens. Is today Monday? Yeah, today's Monday. Normal. First day of the month. Test. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. If you feel that you need to get below, then get below. I forget what they say anymore. It's been a million years since I watched the news. God, them people were ugly, weren't they, on the news? Whenever I watched them, and it just seemed like they were ugly. What woke me up about the news, in case you're wondering, was my mom. She got out of her vehicle, and she was getting my niece, her granddaughter, out of the vehicle, and she fell into a hole. Her leg fell in a hole, and the hole went into, her foot went into water in the hole. The water was rushing so hard that it pulled her leg further down into the water, which pulled her all the way down. So she had trouble with, with her landing, and broke her collarbone here. And she called Channel 2 because the city brought in this plank of wood. It was like a piece of wood. It's about the size of my head. It was a little bit bigger than the hole. About this big. Yeah, about that big. Just big enough to cover it up, right? And we're all like, okay, well, we're on a main street, and, there's people walking everywhere. And you're just going to put down this little piece of plank wood? That's it? I mean, it could be bigger than just the head. I mean, the sinkhole could be loose underneath the entire area. Couldn't there be a bigger piece, like, that extends outward so that the entire area is secure? Because people are walking with their kids, and if their kids fall down in that hole, like my niece would have fell down in that hole, that sinkhole that led into a stream under the water. It's a water, what do they call that, a water runoff underneath the ground in a cave. It's a water runoff. And if a child would drop down there, it would drown immediately. There would have been no chance for that child at all. It would have drowned because the current would just take it straight out. And there's no way out. I mean, it's doing this underneath there, you know, going through all kinds of stuff. There would be no chance for that child to survive that. Plus, too, he'd get banged around pretty hard. It'd die within a matter of a minute and a half, 2 minutes. That would be really, really bad. And that's the reason why she called Channel 2. Well, Channel 2 comes out and starts talking about her shoulder bone, and that's the first bone that she has ever broke. Didn't lay a thing on, you know, on the piece of board outside and how small it was and how a sinkhole actually works, you know, and it spreads outward whenever it sinks inward, you know, and everybody knows that. That's pretty obvious. Didn't focus in on that because they, you know, they work for the state. They work for the city. They're not gonna shed any bad light on them. And that's the evidence. And that's all I needed to know, that I was being lied to. And I started waking up from there and found my way to the internet, stopped watching my gaming channels, stopped watching the news completely, because before I just watched the news. I figured the news was the only thing worthwhile on TV anymore. And I was just watching the news, thinking, oh, well, the weather, you know. I don't really watch anything else but the weather on there. But then when my mom did that, that's some evilness right there. That's evil. You're not going to worry about, you're just going to worry about the sensationalism that my mom, that's her first bone. You know, you're not going to worry about the children that could fall down there in that hole. You're not going to think about that? Shame on you, Channel 2. Shame on you. And people want to talk about, oh, well, Channel 2, yeah, they're coming out of it. No, they're not coming out of nothing. They're fooling you. That's what they do. That's all they do. They play with you. Can't let them play with you. Stop watching all that crap. Come to this side. Come to the community and look at my board. Or look at your board, I'm sorry. Look at your board. Look in the channel, look up in the channels, and look at your board. I collected them all for you guys. Spent my time searching people. But then I found another welcomer, and I just stole all hers, too. And she can come back and, I think her name was Positive Moments. She's a welcomer, too. So I stole all her people, and she's more than welcome to come steal all mine. I don't care. That's what this is all about, is coming together, and that's why I stole all her people, you know, is because we're coming together, and we all just need to come together. So I wanted her sector and my sector. Yeah, she's in a different sector than I am. I know that, you know, but sometimes they just need to be brought over, and because you find more people that way that you agree with, you know. It's not about subs and about likes and about money. You know, if you're thinking that way, you don't belong in this community, you know, at all. You know, you need to go somewhere else and find your way back to the government, and find your way back to TV, and go sit down and watch the news that's lying to you. You know, you don't belong here. But if you do, you know, we're all here for you. Even if you thought that way whenever you came in here, if you're starting to have doubts about that, then, you know, feel more free. Even if you just want to observe, you know, and you don't believe any of this just yet, you know, just observe, and you'll see what we're talking about as you observe, because there's proof in the pudding. I mean, people are coming up with all kinds of proof, and Jeff and Wayne. I spent my whole life, you know, coming up with proof. I don't need any more. I've had enough of that. I've had enough of the real world. I just want out. Friends. Let's see, friends. What can we talk about friends? Because I like friends. I've never really had any friends. Never really had any friends. I had some friends, yes. But never really ones that stuck, throughout my whole life. I think I kind of realized, that it was just, I just didn't want to look at that way, because I'm too happy of a person, I'm too bubbly. Plus, I'm stubborn as shit. Excuse my language. But it's raw, and I feel like I'm all pent up. Like I'm not thinking about my words, so I need to step back. Start catching it. I apologize for my ignorance in my words. But, I'm sure you guys understand it's hard. It's really hard dealing with all this. And sometimes I want to be scared, about what's going on. But then my intellectual side comes in and says, no reason to be scared, just go with it. Just keep going with it. I'll be alright, just go with it. Because you don't know what's going to happen. And you are scared of it, But the good thing about friends in this community is that they're all here to help you. Anytime I go up live, there's always one person just observing or writing and this helps just to talk on camera. I didn't realize that. Now, I never wanted to be no YouTuber. I did in a way because I thought it was really cool. I like Jack. I love Jacksepticeye. I think he's so cool. He's a creative person. Markiplier is as well. They're both of the same caliber whenever it comes to YouTube. But Jack, man, he's so energetic. I just love Jack. Plus, two, he's my Irish little man. I'm Irish too, a little. I have a little bit Irish. My grandmother was Irish, of the Irish. So, and I do have the red hair, but you just can't see it because I bleach it. I just wanted to be somebody else for a little while, I never really done anything with myself my entire life. I was always just the tomboy that, nothing really faze me as far as looking good or buying pretty shoes or buying purses. And if I would buy your purse, it'd be this little tiny little purse, not that big. That'd be my purse, and I would only carry it around to work or to like a special place, like if I'm going out somewhere and I need to grab a few things, to carry along, like lipstick and eyeliner, because sometimes I do wear makeup, on special occasions, but most of the time, not even on special occasions, even at weddings, sometimes I don't. Just go as me, you get what you get, and that's all you get. But yeah, but that's what I was on before. This all worked out kind of perfectly with me, because I really don't care. Yeah, I think I finished that up. And here we go with the sirens. Well, at least they're pretty far away. They're going the opposite way too, so it's cool. Because usually they turn it around, you'll hear it fade away, but because the road goes like at an angle, it'll sound like they're going far away, but then they'll turn towards me, and they'll come up at me. And they're doing that now. Here it goes. I'm just gonna wait for it because it's gonna get really loud. I think if they're coming down this way, it sounds like it. And I had to smile and laugh now whenever I feel those. It hurts too bad. I'm empathetic, so any pain I can feel. So I try to smile and put my energy out there, and I'm throwing it that way towards, them, so that they get love. you know, in their time of need. Instead of me panicking and, you know, getting all hurt, you know, just concentrate on the love. You know, if you're empathetic, just concentrate on the love and happiness and smile. Even though people think you're strange for smiling because, you know, there's an ambulance going by or, you know, something's going on, something's happening. I think there's one more coming. But yeah, just keep smiling right through it and, you know, send out that special love that you have and throw it their way. I mean, you don't push it, you just, here you go. Here, here. You don't have to push it anywhere. Don't ever push it. You know, you don't push your powers because then you're going into the negative at that point. Just set it out there and let it be. And it'll go where it needs to. It'll go where you directed it to. If it's meant to. If it's meant to. And see, that's the thing. If you throw it, if it's not meant to, then it's a negative. Plus, two, you're throwing it out there. So you're leaving yourself kind of open. Because then you can grab onto that energy and it could bounce right back to you, too. Because I picture, you know, energy like in a dome. Like, you know, how people say, oh, imagine the light, and you expand the light, and you imagine this barrier, and it keeps going and going outward and outward and outward, and everything in your barrier is made out of love, right? Well, I kind of took that, and I thought, well, if, you know, if it's made out of love, then doesn't that mean that the love bounces in there, right? Because it's like a room, like, you know, like a bullet, you know, flying in a sealed room. It's going bing, 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 bing until the energy runs out, and then you have the negative energy from everyone else that's in your dome, right? And their negativity is bouncing around. People in your house, people in your life, people next door neighbors, you know, just anybody around who's in your dome. It depends on how big your dome is. And then they're in your dome. So their negative energy is bouncing around. Then you got your own negative energy bouncing around. And then you got love bouncing around in there too. And yeah, love does beget evil. Somewhat, but you know, if you have a pretty substantial amount of bad bouncing around in a barrier and you only got so much good, and it's going to eventually run out, the good is eventually going to run out of steam because it is energy, right? It's going to run out eventually. Then the bad will oversee that, you know. So like, let's just say that everything, like, I closed off, you know what I mean? Like, I closed my barrier and I made it smaller, right? And I made my barrier smaller so that, you know, it's less people getting in there. But there's energy is still in there, bouncing around. So you got to work on getting that energy, you know, out of your space. So you got to be careful, I think. So if you're throwing out your power and you're using it for negative because you're opening yourself and you're pushing your power and you're pushing your will on somebody that doesn't know that it's happening, they're not approving of it, you know, so you're pushing it on them, that's negative, and it's bouncing around in your bubble. So yeah, so you think you're doing good, but you're not doing good. So every little thing you gotta watch what you're doing. You know, if you pick a pepper, pick a peck of peppers, you know, that Peter Piper picked, then plant those seeds. I got some seeds here that I'm gonna throw in a field somewhere. I'm gonna find a field that I'm nearby, you know, whether it's off a highway or what have you, and just plant my seeds, you know, plant some seeds somewhere where they'll grow and where people will get some benefit out of it. Because some hobo will come by and they'll be like, ooh, peppers, ooh, the red peppers too, you know, be all excited. Think about it. Use your garden, get those seeds out and go to a field where nobody ever really goes, you know, like nobody ever mows it, you know. Pick a section somewhere, like against the wall, where, you know, you see a bunch of grass growing, where you know that nobody is ever really mowing that part of things, you know. Go and plant those seeds in there. They'll grow. Somebody might appreciate it later on. Some tomato seeds, too. Attack them squirrels. Love tomatoes. Any bad stuff that I have, I put out in the back for all my animals in the neighborhood, like all the squirrels and birds, and yeah, I'm always trying to feed the animals and give back. You gotta give back. If you don't give back, then the negative comes back. Because you're not giving, you're receiving and you're not giving. And you're creating your own negative energy. It's bouncing around in your bubble. And if it's bouncing around in your bubble, all flying everywhere, that's not good. Me personally, I just like the love in there, I like the love. It's nice having the love in my bubble. I don't really know what to talk about anymore. I could read. I got a book. Read? I'll read. I need to read anyway. I need to read. I'll move you over. Hang on. There we go. See, I'm going to turn you just in case somebody walks by there. Nobody likes being on camera, I just needed to pop you out that way so that I can sit right. I think I'm going to move you a little bit more here. If I get copyrighted for this, I will. I'll just delete, I'll make the video private. But I'm going to read it aloud live. Gotta turn it, somebody might walk by. Actually, I'm going to put you more in front of me, I think. I think that I'll just move over this way. Yeah, Phil, let me. There we go. That's better. Too, that light is kind of bright as well from the day. Boy, I am rough looking. I am really rough looking. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's pretty rough. That is really rough. God, look at my face. I got a dent right there. I'm starting to look at myself now. Before I never really looked at myself in camera. I just did it. I'm starting to get a little bit self-conscious now. Because now I got an observer in the house watching me. I feel creepy. I just hope it's a good guy, not a bad guy. You know what I mean? Hope you're good. Are you a good boy? Or a good girl? Tao Te Ching. The 81 short chapters known as the Tao Te Ching have been translated more often than any other book in the world, with the single exception of the Bible. Like the Bible, the Tao Te Ching is a book whose appeal is as broad as its meaning is deep. Wow. That's a statement and a half. Let me read that again. Like the Bible, the Tao Te Ching is a book whose appeal is as broad as its meaning is deep. Interesting. It speaks to each of us at our own level of understanding, while inviting us to search for levels of insight and experience that are not yet within our comprehension. As with every text that deserves to be called sacred, it is a half-silver mirror. To read is to not only to see ourselves as we are, but to glimpse greatness extending far beyond. You know what? I think I ought to stop this live stream and go on a new one and read this. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you think I should, because I think other people should hear this from the beginning. Because nobody's going to watch this live stream. You know what? I'm going to do that. Because no one's going to watch this live stream. It's too long. And then it'll just be going to waste. And then I'll have a wasted book read. And I got to make this count live. Because I'm going to get copyrighted. But I'm leaving soon, so I don't really care. And no, I'm not begging for no thumbs up. I'm just, you're quiet, and I don't want to ask you to come on and talk, you know, if you don't, you know, want to. So that's a way for me to, because I can see the thumbs up, and I can see if you're agreeing with me or not, whether you give me a thumbs up. You can always take it away too. You know, I don't care. I really don't care about the thumbs up. I don't care about subscribers and how many subscribers I got. I just care that people come and they look at the content that's in there. That's all I care about. So that's a no. You want to be all by yourself, don't you? Okay, all right. But if people do need to experience this, you know, and I have to share it. I can't be selfish, and you can't be selfish either. You know. So I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna come back on. I'll get myself another cup because I'm out. I'll come back, promise. And I know I'm asking to come back again, you know, because my live stream cut out on me earlier. But I don't know. I just feel like this is different, and that this should be labeled as different, you know. Not even labeled. I'm just gonna say read with me or something, and not even put in a title. So I think that's the way I'm gonna work this, and just read it, because people need to know this stuff. Because whenever I start reading, it was so beautiful. And I have to put it out there, and it was made in I think it was 1996 was the introduction. 89 was the introduction notes, and the actual text is copyrighted in 1972, which I think I'm safe with that part, but the 1989, the introduction and notes, and I don't know what's the difference, because the introduction doesn't really stop, and there's some pretty interesting text in here about Lao Tzu that you know that would benefit. Like there's things from, you know, I don't know. Yeah, there is no stopping from the introduction. The introduction is almost the entire book. I think it is the book. Yeah, you would have to go through and pick out the pieces, like this one here. Respect of Tao and honor of virtue are not demanded, but they are in the nature of things. Therefore, all things arise from Tao. By virtue, they are nourished, developed, cared for, sheltered, comforted, grown, and protected, creating without claiming, doing without credit, or doing without taking credit, guiding without interfering. This is primal virtue. Stuff like that. That's really important that people need to hear. And they're all over in here. I mean, I could just read those, and I could copyright it. But it's nice to have the whole full effect of it, you know. Especially now, because we're running out of time to get this stuff, to get the knowledge in, you know. And we could use all the help we can get. So these notes may help us get there, as far as to understanding what's being written by Tao. It's a pretty interesting book, I think. Oh no, there it is. Right there. It starts right there, without a chin. So I could probably read that part of it and get away with it. But the other part I'd probably get copyrighted for, because it was done in 1989. And they said something about 70 years for, you know, after death. And I don't know about all that, but I don't really care anyway. Yeah, so I think I'm going to start up anew because we're at, you know, probably about 4 hours into this video and nobody's going to watch this. And that'd be unfair to keep it from everyone. And I'll just read it Tao Te Ching back in the back. And go from there and read that part of it. Oh, I just lost the page. Darn it. There it is. I found it. Trying to find like a little, my little thing that I had in here. A little book holder. My little page holder. I don't see it. It must have fell out in the bag. Yeah, I lost it. I don't see it. Okay, I'll get a little piece of paper here. What does that say? Sometimes I pull out paper and I get like this feeling that I should read it. And this is one of those times. Matt 7:12, Luke 6:31. Greek Interlinear Bible Hub. Divinity found a way to give us the truth in plain sight. It reads, politically, socially, corporate servitude, incognate. Maybe I ought to take a look at Luke and Matt. I'll say that. I'll do that later. Because I don't have a Bible and I don't read the Bible anyway. I go to Bible Hub and read the Greek version now. Or Hebrew. But yeah, I'm going to end it. I'm going to cut it here. Let me make sure I'm not running into anybody. Because I don't like to step on anybody's toes if they're live streaming. Ascending to Beings is talking some stuff. Which that's okay. He's not doing the same thing I am. Soft Spoken has posted something about details of being a porn site. Who did I bring over here? Because I didn't look at all of, I was hoping that she'd done her job right. Because we were running out of time and I needed to get everybody I could in here. And I was thinking whenever I was, you know, hitting all her subscribers and I was subscribing to all of them, I was thinking maybe I should look at them all, but I don't really have time. I gotta get, she done her job. She should have done her job, you know. Hopefully she done her job right. And she looked at these people and, you know, and thought to herself that maybe some people just shouldn't be on this and some people should. I'm hoping that that's what that is and it's not something else. That'd be awful. Somebody goes into my channels and they're looking to alleviate their spirit. And they come across how to be a porn site. What does it say exactly? Oh, details of being on a porn site, which is not that much different. Oh, that would be so funny. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. And that's what I've been trying to do these past well, I was gonna try and do it yesterday, but then I got so involved with trying to get that computer going that I think I created other problems with it. So I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to stay away from it for a little while, let my brain clear, because it's pretty aggravating. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Oh, I wish I knew what you were into. Well, I didn't mean it like that. Meant as far as to, like what powers and, you know, knew a little bit about you. Mr. Observer watching out there. It's kind of awkward, you know, having a watcher about. Making sure he didn't introduce himself and I didn't see it. Nope. Just Max Vision saying that he lost me. I think I'm gonna end it and read this book. I have an urge to, you know, kind of like a mama smacking me, telling me I need to get to it. It's enough time online, kind of thing. But I can still come back and read the book, you know. And I like you sitting here watching me. It makes me feel like I have a little bit of an audience, you know. Puts me under pressure to think of more ideas and more things that I need to learn. You know what I mean. Brings out things. Brings out lots of things, actually. So I appreciate you being here. And hey, I wish I knew who you were. I think I do, and I do watch your channel, and I do watch out for people going up live all the time. It's just right now, it's been so hectic, you know. Because I'm going through so much, and I'm trying to get through this part of things, and it leaves a lot of bitterness in your mouth. And I can't watch anybody's videos right now. I got to concentrate on myself because I'm falling again, and I'm starting to smoke again, quite a great deal. And yeah, I'm just kind of going in the opposite way, and I need to bring it back to where I was at, you know, before, where I craved the euphoria, and I do. I crave it a lot, and I think that's what, you know, I think that's what's going on, is the, you know, the meditation thing. You know, meditating for 3 minutes isn't anything at all. Compared to before, whenever I was doing it, I would sit there for like an hour, you know, trying to get and see that light and try to pull that light closer and have the speakers blaring this this frequency at me, you know, to clear that, and I feel the pineal gland is shaking and vibrating and getting all that calcium off of there, and, you know, tar and everything else that I put on there throughout my life. But I could feel it working, you know, and I could start to see the colors. And then I tried this whole meditation thing off of this video, and it's just, it's not enough for me. And I did try doing it other, you know, but seeing as where I'm at, you know, it's kind of hard to make that commitment on the side. So I better use the videos and make that commitment and do it for 20 minutes at least online, and then take some more time off on my own afterwards, and just do it afterwards more, you know. Yeah, I think I'm going to get off and start this over and start reading this Tao Te Ching part of the book and do it that way. It's screaming at me, and I'm definite about it. And I better listen. I don't want to be a bad little girl and not listen to what I'm told to do here, because it's only for me and my own benefit, you know. So I'm going to do that. You didn't give me a thumbs up, and I hate to go against what you're saying, but I have somebody else behind me, you know, telling me to do something else. So I'm going to listen to it, and it's telling me what I need to do, and I'm going to listen, because I need to do it. If I'm going to make it. So I will see you on the other side, Observer, and all you folks, keep with your meditation, and maybe you can do what I did. Invite me to your live streams. I'll come, and I'll sit with you, I'll jam out with you, you know. I'm good at multitasking. I could be reading a book like this and, you know, listening to you at the same time in the background and commenting every now and again, and I do it all the time for people, you know, because they all come to my channel and support me. I come back to theirs and support them. That's the way it works here. We're all in it together, and we're all going to do it for each other. So feel free to come back for meditation. I don't know how it's going to be, because I'm changing everything up, and if you even make it this far into the video. But have fun, be safe, and everything that you do. And I will see you, Observer, on the other side. Come back up here in a few minutes. I'm just going to get some coffee. And everything you do.